Finish him off! Finish him off!
He's calling for it!
This is it! This is it! Your career's on the line here! Do it! Do it! This place will erupt when he picks him up!
He's got him up! Oh, hell yeah! 1, 2, 3!
Thank you! Thank you! We've got a new heavyweight champion!
Climb the ladder, kid! Make yourself famous! I just had an out-of-body experience! What did we just see? What did we just see?
He got him in a power slam! He got him in a power slam! He got it! Simmons got it! Simmons has won the match! Simmons is a champion!
I've always maintained that reality is for people who can't face drugs.
Shit is about to get real.
You get to see your knee deep. Shit.
Look at the stare of the champion against the challenger.
What?
And now, Straight Talk Society presents Wrestling with Reality.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
It's going to be the biggest battleground in the history of our sport. The biggest match in pro wrestling history.
The two biggest superstars in our sport in the biggest event the sport has ever seen. The biggest match in the history of our sport.
A little scalded dog here. Enough is enough. That's enough. No! Oh, God, that's enough! Stop it! Fail! Listen, it's tougher than a $2 steak. Who is your daddy? Who's your daddy, Undertaker? Slam! Choke slam! Who's your daddy, Undertaker? Lucifer's lips are the biggest size in the WWE! Somebody stop this! Somebody stop the damn man! Enough's enough!
What? The irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
Simmons got it real! Woo!
WWE Dynamite.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? It's time. Let's rock.
I can't do it. We'll do it live.
So to escape from reality?
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
I am reality.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Oh, it's live, Hal.
Let the slaughter begin! It is now time for
Wrestling with
Reality.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Junior, look at this.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Number one, to be the man, baby. You have to beat the man. Heavyweight champion of the world. The time is now. Reality has become the present, and the final lesson of the pain game has begun.
Have you ever heard a joke like that in your life?
You are gonna wrestle my ass for the world title. You will have to kill me to keep me from killing you. Woo!
The 90s have been referred to as the reckoning with truth. In the 80s, everything was clouded. Nobody ever told the truth. In the 90s, the way to go is flat out. Tell no lies. That's the way we're gonna do it. When you hear something from our lips, truth it may be, and as much as it may hurt, you can count on it being exactly the way that it is.
We want the gold, sucker! Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga!
Oh, what is up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and we are back with another episode of Wrestling with Reality. Give me 1 second. I got to turn up my monitor so I can hear myself. Don't laugh when you guys get to see the top of my bald head whenever I bend down like that. But
We're live, pal.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I get you.
All right, I hear some talking in the background. Peace to Jeff Short in the building. MD said that he'll be up soon. Hey, we are here with two-thirds of the three-man commentary booth. Producer extraordinaire Venkat in the building. You haven't blown away, I see.
Not yet, but there's always time.
How are the conditions up there?
It just drizzled a little bit. It's I guess the calm before the storm, so it's not bad yet. I guess we're gonna experience it like around after midnight. I guess.
Yeah, it's supposed to be coming in, coming on land tonight, but at least for my area, like you guys are probably going to get a more of a brunt. But as far as my area, we look just to be right out of the cone. But you know, we're probably still gonna get the rain and the winds and things like that. Oh man, shout out to Trevor in the building, my man from upstate. Finally get to catch a show, man. See what we do over here, man. Appreciate you coming through. But yeah, we it's windy out, so I'm looking out the back door now, and the trees are rustling, and you could tell it want to rain, but it's just kind of been holding up. My biggest issue here is always the flooding. Like the wind has never really been an issue. It's the damn flooding, man. When that shit go to piling up on us and getting like 3 feet in the backyard, and I can't see my grass anymore. Like, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's wild. I think it could flood quick.
Yeah,
like in a matter of seconds. My God.
And it's funny because they've actively been working on the drainage system in my neighborhood for about a year. So hopefully we don't have any issues. On my side, it normally is the last one to flood, but like in my dad's area, well, you know, the old neighborhood is bad, man. It has not changed one bit. Like literally, when it floods, you can't go into that neighborhood at all.
Yeah.
Or is your car is going to stall out, or you need an 18-wheeler or something like that. That's the only way that's going to work. What Jeff is saying, why my first time catching a live from the beginning. Yeah, Jeff, I thought I had this show set for 6:35. I got home about 1, so I went to go take a nap, and then I said, let me check, and then I saw him like, oh crap, I got it set for 6:05, the normal time. So I tried to start the intro so that by the time it ended, it would be 6:05. That's why I started it like 5 minutes and 30 seconds earlier. But we are going to be talking about WWE Bad Blood, in addition to 2 other stories that I want to talk about. Just giving MD some time to come on, because MD was actually live in the building, and you can't beat the live. You can't beat the live perspective of a show. I'm pretty sure Venkat has a ton to say. I got a few things to say because I only want to talk about 2 matches. Tell you the truth, even when we go through the match card, I'm not going to do them in order. I'm going to save the 2 main events for the end, because the other matches, to me, you know, probably take 1 minute of my talking. And then there was some I guess you'll say controversy that we are going to talk about after that. So we'll get it all covered for you, get you out of here. I'm assuming you don't work tomorrow, right?
No, I don't work tomorrow, and I found out they're not paying me on top of that. So, oh God.
Wait. Because they're not. So wait a minute. So they make it a mandatory day off, obviously because of the hurricane,
right?
But then they're not paying you for it on top of that.
No, I was told because it's only 1 day. I guess if it was more than 1 day, they would pay for it.
Yeah, that's bullshit though. It's not like you're not going to work because you don't want to.
Right.
You're being forced not to go to work. like we had a meeting.
Force for your safety.
Well, yeah, we had a meeting yesterday, and they basically left it up to me how I wanted to handle it. So I just was like, all right, we'll leave at 12 today just to try to get some last minute stuff out, but we'll definitely be off tomorrow and in hopes to resume back Friday. But just looking at the way things are looking, yeah, we'll definitely be back Friday. I got a lot of stuff I got to get out. So, hey, I was planning on staying the whole day today, but the front office started shutting the wrong. Oh, hey, Venkat, drop the link in the chat. All
right.
The front office killed all of the brains to the company and stuff, like the internet and stuff like that. So I'm in the middle of trying to work, they I couldn't do anything. So I'm like, all right, that's my cue. Then the owner come around shutting off like circuit breakers and all that other crap. So I'm like, all right, I get it. It's time for me to go. So yeah, so we'll have a day off tomorrow. That'll be good just to relax. Not good for Venkat because he's not getting paid for it, but luckily we're not getting the brunt of the storm. The brunt of the storm is actually heading up towards like Mike's way and a couple of guys that do debates on the channel. So hopefully those guys stay hunkered down and safe and everything, man, because it is a big storm. So I do see that we are joined by the political prophet amongst men, MD. Oh, before we get into that, what is the schedule for next week? Peace to Adam. What did I say? Adam Khan. Shout out to Ricardo in the building. What is the schedule for next week? You're doing Tape Fist Politics on Wednesday, correct?
Oh no. I should be able to do it Tuesday.
Oh my goodness, bro.
You need Tuesday?
No, I already changed it to Tuesday because you wasn't answering me. Nah, I'll change it.
I answered you. I said I should be good. I should be good for next week. It's this week that was the problem.
All right.
Yeah.
So Tape Fist Politics will be on its regular time of Tuesday next week, and then then Wednesday we'll start reviewing the Vince McMahon documentary. So MD is in the building. What's going on, MD?
Hey, what's going on? What's happening?
Can't call it, man. You still driving?
I'm picking up a trailer right now, and then I'm stopping. But I'm good for right now. So yeah, we can get into it.
Did you experience anything? You're not in the path of the storm, are you?
I'm in Louisiana, bro. I'm good.
Oh.
Sun shining bright in the cloud in the sky. I'm good.
All right. So
y'all be safe down there, man, because it's looking like it's gonna be a humdinger, especially in Central Florida.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Mike, man.
Yeah, that's Mike's. That's
Hunker
Mike
down.
That's Mike and Young Kev's territory, Central Florida. And like I said, I got a couple guys that debate that.
I thought Mike was around where we at.
No.
Oh wow, Mike is like Batman. He just, oh god. Then how the hell you telling me he drove from over there to over to you?
Yeah.
For those parties? Oh yeah. Lord.
Hey man, hey, listen, ain't no party. Listen. Because our parties are legendary. So, and it's crazy.
Oh, so you a Diddy? You got some tapes, Trevor? No, you got some tapes, Trevor?
No. Hey, and it's crazy for you that live so close to me. You never been to one. That's pretty weird. That's pretty weird. But I'll slide you. I'll give you a pass on this one. So, MD was in the building at Bad Blood, but before we get into the Bad Blood review, we have one item of business to get to, because I said once it became final that we would talk about it.
Yeah.
AEW has finally struck gold. So AEW new TV rights deal under Warner Brothers Discovery. AEW has renewed its partnership with Warner Brothers Discovery in a new multi-year deal valued at over $150 million per year, according to Variety. The agreement, which runs for 3 years with an option for a fourth, according to the Sports Business Journal, keeps AEW Dynamite on Wednesdays on TBS, AEW Collision Saturday on TNT, And starting in January 2025, this is very important because it's almost like the Hulu deal. Both shows will also stream live on Max for U.S. subscribers with on-demand viewing available. Additionally, AEW's pay-per-views will be offered at a discounted rate to Max subscribers beginning later in 2025. AEW Rampage will no longer air on TNT, but reports suggest AEW is exploring options for a third show with Fox potentially interested. AEW CEO Tony Khan expressed pride in continuing the partnership with WBD, which has been AEW's home since 2015. WBD's Kathleen Finch praised AEW for delivering exciting content and looking forward to enhancing fan engagement throughout this expanded deal. So AEW finally, let me see, ain't no party like a straight talk party. That, hey, absolutely. So, all right, so AEW finally got the TV deal. So now we could rap about it. 3 years, 150 million with an option for a fourth year. You keep both shows currently on their stations with replays on Max, which is very important because WWE has ended the Hulu partnership because they used to do Hulu the day after, and the report says that the pay-per-views will be offered at a discounted rate. So it didn't say like WWE Network, you pay for Max, you get the pay-per-views. It just said that it'll be offered at a discounted rate. I am very curious to see.
That's an L.
Yeah, they stupid doing that.
Yeah, they doing it like the WBF do it because the WBF do the same thing. That's an L.
How does that work, MD? Because I watch all my shows through nefarious streaming platforms.
So you gotta buy Max.
You gotta buy Max
just to buy another thing. That has always been that's ridiculous. You have just microscoped your whole viewership right there.
But the UFC does that also. Because in order to get UFC pay-per-views, you gotta have ESPN Plus for $10 a month. Then you turn around and pay the $80 for the pay-per-view.
That's absolutely absurd. That's absurd.
They just that don't make any sense. It's a win for them. It's an L for the fans. Yeah, you might get the replay value with Dynamite and Collision, but it does nothing for your viewership with the pay-per-view. Nothing at all. When you had a unique opportunity to give the pay-per-view to a more expanded audience, that's an L. In my opinion, that's an L.
That's an L for AEW. Their thing is not that strong yet to command that type of price.
Right, and then you get rid of Rampage, which nobody watched, just to get. Now I saw a report. Saw that they trademarked a name Shockwave. So that's probably going to be the show on FS1. Nobody's going to watch that either.
Yeah, because when
it's a lose-lose, man.
When SmackDown goes to FS1, they only get like 100,000 viewers. So ain't no telling what this Shockwave show is going to do. Shout out to Daniel Price in the building. The deal's not as good as people are making it out to be. If WBD got part ownership as a condition of the contract, they're getting a lot of that money back. So I wanted to ask y'all, the dollar amount is low, man. $150 a year. That's not good.
Wait a minute, WCW did not do the same thing. That never happened.
No,
WCW was straight pay-per-views. WCW was not. You had to buy on a platform, buy into a platform.
Well, no,
he's talking
about the company getting ownership of getting part owner of the company.
Okay.
You ready to jump on it?
I'm just saying.
You can't. Man, I get it. That WCW. So 150 a year. That doesn't sound good. That's not that to me. Well, okay, let me slow down. So 150 a year for 3 years guaranteed with an option for the fourth. When you're signing crappy wrestlers like Monet for $10 million, and no telling what they're going to have to pay Shane McMahon, no telling what they're paying for Bobby Lashley. 150 doesn't seem like a lot when they're still running 75% empty arenas.
Right.
And on top of that, you relying on WB's service to hopefully get buys for your pay-per-view. So it's more that like, yeah, I can't get with this deal, man. I can't do it.
And then the other thing,
the least they could have did, if it's 150, the least they could have did is add the pay-per-view package within it, because essentially you paying the service Max and you know, hoping and winning on a prayer that people buy it from Max.
So the other thing is the math got to be mathing, because okay, so how much is Max a month? It's probably about $15 or so more, you know, a little bit more than 15.
I get it free, so I don't know. Let me look at it.
Hell, pretty much everybody get it free. So it's some type of deal where you get Max free.
I don't got it.
Yeah, I got it through AT&T.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's free.
Yeah, I don't got it. And so it's probably around $15. So they were charging $50. So let's say you have to have Max to buy their pay-per-view, and they're like discounted rate, $35 or $30. That's like legitimately the same thing.
Yeah, I'm not
like that. What is that discount?
Real quick though, for Max Unlimited ad free is $210 a year, so about $20 a month.
Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit more than 15. I don't. Yeah, this is horrible, man. Like they can't get out of their own way. Here's an opportunity that Max would benefit from, and AEW would benefit from. They could both drive, because Max is not one of the top streaming services. They're behind Disney Plus. They're behind Netflix. They're about to be behind Paramount Plus and all these
Paramount Plus, yeah,
because Paramount Plus got, and then don't even get into Prime. They got NFL on there. Paramount Plus got NFL too. Right. I mean, come on, man. And so Max is
it don't make sense.
Right. Yeah,
I don't get it. Why not do it like Peacock and WWE?
Yes,
because everybody pretty much got the base. Hey, I'm not paying no premium price for no Max. I'm just not doing it. Yep. I don't mind the commercials. Time Warner or Warner Brothers Discovery, they make money off ad revenue. Why not just give me the pay-per-view, put the commercials on there like WWE do? I don't care. I can go pee or do whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
put the ads on there. If you don't want the ads, if you want storyline breakdowns or whatever, then you got to pay for the Max Premium, whatever it's called.
I know nobody knows what anything's
why
called.
I have to pay for a pay-per-view when it's on Max. That's stupid.
They changed their name so many times, nobody even know it. They have to rebrand themselves from the ground up, like they're up and coming startup. When they had this name recognition of HBO Max or whatever, they let that go. Well, they had HBO Now, HBO Go, HBO Max, HBO this and that. Like nobody knows what their name is, so now it's a confusion for the audience. So that's also another hindrance when it comes to them and their bull. So they got to bring it better than that, man, because it's not worth it. The only thing they got is Game of Thrones. Other than that, nobody ain't watching HBO or Max or whatever they want to be this week.
So
I like it because it got the DC catalog. Like I can watch like Batman animated series. They got all that stuff. That's really the only reason I like it, because it got the DC catalog and the Adult Swim stuff.
I did watch Max the other day because it had Welcome Home Roscoe Jenkins on it, but you know, Daniel Price brings up a good point. He says exactly, it's going to make a lot of people mad. No, wait a minute, got to go up one. So wait a minute, because he brought up so especially with all those people he has on payroll and paying obscene amounts for contracts, is AEW actually profitable? That is the question. Is AEW actually profitable, or is Tony paying out of pocket for Damage Control? Because you know he still has his dad's backing. So his dad is richer than Vince McMahon. So I mean, like this is somebody that has a metric fuck ton of money. So he can make things go away. Is the company profitable? Because you think, and I know WWE is a million times bigger than them, fine, but WWE's TV deal with USA was like 200. What, man? It was some obscene number, like per episode. It dwarfs what this entire 3-year contract is.
Yeah. Profit is profit. Like, you make a profit whether it's little money or big money, still a profit. I don't think they're making a profit.
But does it outweigh? You make your money just like you in entertainment. I know now these companies make their money off of the TV deal, so I get it because that's guaranteed money. But when you see that they're running these arenas that are just empty, they're completely empty, and their merchandise can't be doing that good, because I'm telling you, I own AEW merchandise, but I've never gone anywhere out in public and seen AEW merchandise. I've gone plenty of places and seen WWE merchandise. I've never seen anybody wearing AEW merchandise on the outside. So I don't know how profitable they are when it comes to merchandising. So I'm just saying, this TV deal seems like this was one of them things like, hey, bro, this is what we're going to give you, and this is what you're going to take, and that's it.
Yeah, I heard Dave Meltzer the other day. He was talking about it. So 150 is the yearly on the TV deal. Now, this according to Dave Meltzer.
Oh boy,
he said that the roster salary yearly is 105. That's what he said.
Okay, I don't disagree. So what's that? That's 45 million coming out of that deal. Okay, you got taxes and you got arena fees plus other expenses.
Like I said, I don't believe they're profitable based off of what he said. Based off of what Dave Meltzer said that the yearly roster salary was. That's everybody, talent, camp, everybody. 105. That's what he said.
That seems like,
based off of that, I don't believe they're profitable.
That seems, man, that's a lot. When you think of a company that small, and for him to throw out a number like that, that's a lot in roster talent when you don't see it, like, you don't see it translating. You don't see the sold out arenas across the world. You don't see, record breaking this, record breaking that. You don't see it translate at all. Like, where's, I mean, again, all this money is coming from his dad, but this is crazy. They always say when you buy a lemon, the salesman saw you coming, and I guess these guys, they saw Tony Khan coming. Like, he was the sucker, as Ricardo saying. WBD completely gutted their former selves than they were before. WBD is losing money like crazy right now, post merger, and is bleeding massively. I did hear that they were looking to cut. They were looking to cut anywhere. So I'm gonna just put it this way. I don't think this is the top deal that they could have got.
Yeah. They already killed Cartoon Network, killed part of my childhood. For what?
Oh man, so Daniel saying WBD bent Tony over like a prison bench and tapped that. I'm telling you, I thought so. MD threw out a number on the last show. Like, I was saying, I heard 150, which is what they ended up settling for. But MD threw out like a number in the 2s. And I'm like, man, that would make more sense, because that'll be kind of on par percentage wise with what WWE's getting. I'm seriously thinking that there were no other suitors at all. I don't think there was any other suitors. I mean, obviously now they could say everybody in the world wanted to bid for them, but when you have a number like this low in comparison to everything else, I don't think that there was any other suitors at all.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, man. It's at the end of the day, it's cable and network TV, bro. It's only so much you can do. Even with them being the number one show, in that, like, again, it's cable and network TV. Nobody's watching that. The stream game is where it's at. And for them to do what they did as a package within the deal, and we still got to pay for pay-per-views, nah, that ain't gonna cut it for me. It's just not. It's an L. all the way.
Yeah.
But at least from the fan perspective, it's an L.
But again, they're not telling us how much you're going to pay for the pay-per-view, so we don't really know. But the fact that it's just not turn on Max and is there, it's turn on Max and then pay. Even if you got to turn on Max and pay $15, that's still a slap in the face, because literally you're paying for the monthly Max. So yeah, that's no
ridiculous.
Good.
And we haven't heard anything about Ring of Honor. Is Ring of Honor going to be on Max? We haven't heard anything about that, because whatever people dumb enough to be paying for Honor Club, they doing that still. So I haven't heard anything in regards to Ring of Honor when it comes to this. So I don't know. So yeah, man, it's a debacle to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, hey, so no, Tony wanted $1 billion deal. See, that's what like your Meltzers and stuff was saying, that they were going to get like $1 billion deal, which I never saw that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that he wanted $1 billion deal, but he ended up with half of that. But so I'm very curious. Ring of Honor is going to be the redheaded stepchild picking up the raisins. Picking the raisins out of potatoes. Hell, man, raisins.
That is gross, man. People putting raisins in potato salad. Raisins and apples. That's some nasty ass crap. I don't know what the hell that is.
Just to sidetrack real quick on the similar topic. Who's gonna pay, even if it's a discounted price? Who's gonna pay for an AEW pay-per-view when you're blowing your load on the weekly show, giving out Osprey and Ricochet, and not even doing a good job doing that?
Oh, so I did see the ending to that. Yeah, if we got time, I want to ask you about the ending to that. If we got time later on, but yeah, if I come to your house and you invite me for dinner and you got raisins in your potato salad, I'm a politely just get up and get the hell out of there, because that means that I can't trust you going forward in anything that you do in life. So. Shout out, and I'm assuming that's Narubin. He probably shortened his name because it's in the green. Shout out to Narubin in the building. All right, so let's get into the Bad Blood review. First of all, MD, you were there live in the building. So before we go over the show, because we're gonna go over the show, what was the overall vibe like in the building? What was your experience like? Like, how did you leave? Did you leave there satisfied with the 5-match card, not going through the card, but did you just leave satisfied with the 5-match card?
As a live experience, I was satisfied. I think I said in the group chat, this is the best WWE experience that I've had since probably WrestleMania, and that wasn't no good, but the vibe was there. You know what I'm saying?
Which WrestleMania? You went to WrestleMania 27.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And that was only because of the sheer amount of people. You know what I'm saying? This was in the State Farm Arena, which is way smaller than the Georgia Dome. RP to the Georgia Dome, but this crowd was electric. I'm talking about, man, this was insane. I'm talking about all night long. It was great. We had, me, my kids, my girl. We had a great time. It was electric, and the crowd was awesome. The crowd was truly awesome.
What was your viewing experience like in your, because you were in a suite, right?
Yeah. We was in it's called the Social Club Suite. So it's like you got a top level where it's like cabanas and all that, like the executive part. Then you can go in the mezzanine and sit in an actual seat, which that's why I wanted to be at. So that's why great view. Great view. I saw everything.
What was the viewing experience like? Because I've been to a Hell in a Cell event. Me and my wife went to a Hell in a Cell event. Actually, it was the last one CM Punk was in, where he wrestled Ryback. That viewing was terrible, because we were in the 300 level. First of all, that's before I was able to get the better seats, but this was, right. I want to say this was 2013. We were in the 300 level, which wouldn't have been bad because I like sitting on top of the action. The problem is it was the old Hell in a Cell.
I can see that. Yeah,
the big clunky one that you can't see anything in, and it was way bigger than what it should have been. What I noticed about this one is they used the original cell, which was so much better. It was closer to the ring. They used the original cell. It wasn't painted red. Oh my goodness, bro! Like,
it was nice and snug to the ring.
What was it like seeing though? Were you able to?
I could see right through it, and I can see right through it.
Okay, that's why I was wondering. Were you able to actually see it? From where you were, because like I said, when I was at Hell in a Cell, I've been to a couple of cage matches. Hell in a Cell, one on a Monday Night Raw. There was one where Triple H and Shawn Michaels had like a 3 stages of hell match where the Florida Panthers play, and the last match was a steel cage match, and it was brutal to try to watch it. Like, it was, man, like trying to watch that was terrible. So I was wondering how was the Hell in a Cell for you? So so when you left, so you said that it was one of your best WWE experiences ever because of the atmosphere. When you left, because I know part of your concern going in was that it was just the 5-match card, which listen, give me 5-match cards all day. I don't care. I got stuff to do. But as a paying person going there watching, when you left that night, were you satisfied, or were you like, man, I should have had like 2 or 3 more matches?
I was satisfied based on the amount of excitement, the amount of story progress. I was satisfied. I was very satisfied. Now, I originally said this was going into my pay-per-view of the year list, which it probably still may. I still may put it there just based on what we got. Then I went back and watched it on Peacock.
That was going to be
it was a very different experience on Peacock. You know what I'm saying? So, I from that aspect, I downgraded it a little bit.
That was going to be my next thing. Being there in the building and watching it on TV is 2 different things. So obviously we had the luxury of watching it at home. So we saw a good WWE crowd can raise the rating of any. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Daniel says that they really should bring back the 3 stages of hell. Yeah, I agree. I love that concept. But so we're going to get into the show, but so you had it ranked high, and then you came back and watched it at home. That's what I was going to ask you. Did you watch it at home? What changed it for you? Not just like matches being aside. What changed it for you that made you be like, all right, I got to take a grade off of it?
Being in and actually able to watch it without being distracted from the crowd in between the Hell in a Cell and the main event.
Okay.
That changed everything. Because I mean, hell, you in the crowd, you hyped.
Yeah.
I was hyped for Bailey and Nia Jax, which I thought was a good match.
I loved it.
The other 2 matches, not so much.
I loved it. We gonna get to it. I love that match. Well, so Venkat, well, because fun fact, we were supposed to do a live watch along to that, but my wife booked us Boys of Men concert tickets that same night, so we ended up going to the Boys of Men concert. Had a phenomenal time. Greatest R&B group of all time, Boys of Men. If you got a chance to see them live, please go ahead and do it. Awesome. So I watched it like 9 o'clock the next morning. Which was funny because the MMA brothers had a show the next morning. So in between their show, I'm trying to watch it before the Dolphins' boring ass game came on. But so Venkat, because normally you play spoilers in the group, but we let you know ahead of time. What were your overall thoughts of this before we get in the card?
I think the event is okay. It's just okay. In reality, Roman Reigns came back and it was Roman Reigns' time again, and it's okay. There's one really good match, which unfortunately was the first match, which should have really been the main event of the night. And the other matches were subpar to I forgot about it already. That's it. I mean, it wasn't anything overly great here, but you know, they've been doing this for a while. They've been half-assing or just giving you the the middle of the road. Just bring a product out there. That's it. I didn't feel there was anything particularly special, and I was kind of bothered by how it ended too. I'm like, we can't keep doing this, just showing up and not doing nothing, but whatever. So just CM Punk and what's the name is the main thing. Nia Jax match with Bailey, okay, but that's about it. Nothing else that really meant anything. Of that's it.
So you guys want to hear something funny? I agree with Venkat. Daniel Price Boys and Men merged with WWE, although we come to the end of the road to WrestleMania. Okay, let's get into the card. Because I don't disagree at all. It's like when you're watching it, shout out to Mike in the building. When you're watching it, you're like, I was hyped for this. And I think the match that I was hyped for, to me, over delivered. I'm very curious to hear what you guys are going to say. But so what I didn't start from the beginning. Obviously, we know the first match was the Hell in a Cell match. I'm saving that for the end. Newsflash. So we're going to start out with Nia Jax versus Bailey. So I already said it. I love this match. You know why? Because Nia Jax continues to be what Nia Jax is supposed to be, a wrecking machine, wrecking bitches, being sloppy as hell, not giving a damn about anything, dropping that annihilate her like she's trying to rearrange Bailey's insides. I thought this was of the two women's title matches, this I will remember this one. The other one I will not remember one bit. But I love this. Venkat, what's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah. Anytime you see Nia Jax take care of business, it's a good day at the office. I hope that they continue showing her in a strong way. I like the match. I missed the actual ending because I had to step away. So like towards the ending, I missed, but I was there for most of the match from the beginning on. But I like the match. I think this might be either second. It's probably the second best match of the night, behind the obvious best match of the night. But it's good.
I put this on there for a reason. I wish I could have played the video. This dive, Bailey went head first into Nia and just collapsed like a sack of shit. And I was like, finally, a dive done right. Like, because you know how many times they dive and the opponent just stumbles back when they don't, good and well, it didn't hurt them. Nia just stood there and Bailey just crumbled like a sack of shit. Also, Bailey, top 5 white booty in wrestling. But I digress. MD. Oh, then you had the ref bunt. Never seen Jessica Carr take a bump before. This was awesome. Nia Jax with the splash on her. Just Nia. This return of Nia Jax is what I've always wanted with her from NXT. Wrecking bitches, just not caring. She's not doing the crying anymore. Just awesome.
I will say though, Trevor, it's just still disappointing that she couldn't have just beat Rhea Ripley straight up when she should have, especially when Rhea Ripley ended up getting injured anyway. I know they know they're not going to get injured. They didn't know that, but just the fact that, she couldn't just beat Rhea Ripley for that belt and then continue the dominance on, I just think it's short-sighted. And it's almost like she has to rebuild up her badassery because it was kind of insulting the way they made her lose to Rhea Ripley, which I thought was ridiculous. So hopefully she can hold it for a little bit longer. I don't know, but we'll see.
So Rhea is their biggest star, but I get what you're saying because that match wasn't anything to write home about. Tiffany Stratton with the fake cash in, Nia with the ultimate troll with the Undertaker sit up. Just listen, Nia Jax she is the female Yokozuna now. She hit Bailey with the annihilate her, and I mean she laid out flat. There was no pulling that. Like if Bailey has to take some time off, I would not be surprised because she wrecked her. MD, what was your thoughts on this match being live in the building? How did the fans receive this?
Yeah, I was going to give that perspective first. You know, it's funny because a lot of people were looking forward to Liv and Rhea. Like it, you know, the Rhea fans was in the building. It was like almost everybody was waiting on Tiffany Stratton to come out. They ain't really give a damn about the match. They were just waiting on Tiffany time. Like, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? Going back and watching it, I'm like, man, this match was great.
Yeah.
So, you know, when Tiffany came out, everybody popped huge because they was like, hey, you know, we was talking to people in our section. They was like, man, I don't give a damn about Bailey. It should have been Naomi in the match anyway. So it was that kind of, you know, reaction to it. But like I said, again, on the flip side, the perspective of actually watching the match, it was great. The spot outside, so we were catty corner to the ring, so I couldn't see it until I got home and actually watched it. The match was great, man. Like I said, I agree with Venkat. It was probably the second best match of the night.
So I do agree with you guys about it being Naomi. So they asked me for my top 5 wrestling booties. All right, you know what? That'll be a 5 counter now because wifey will be pissed off if I do a show like that. That'll be an exclusive top 5 count, top 5 wrestling booties of all time.
Well, you got to clarify that, Trevor, because now you're talking about. It's not like you're talking about wrestlers like guys.
Well.
So you got to say top 5 female wrestlers.
Top 5 female wrestlers.
Yeah, please put that in there because it's making it sound kind of weird.
I'll do y'all a favor. Just Google Gigi Dolan, Jada Parker, and Lola Vice, and thank me later.
Jada is my number 1. Like. Jada got a body out of this world, bro.
Oh my God, MD. Jada.
She got a body out of this world, bro. She might be it. She might be it, man.
You know what's funny? Last night, because you know I got all these multiple groups. My guys in the other group, I guess, didn't know who they were because people always be like, "Man, you still watch wrestling?" I said, "Okay, I'm gonna send you something," and then you be like, "Oh, that's why." So I just sent those 3 that I named, and it was like, "Oh, that's why." Like,
yeah. Okay. Jada, man, I think if Jada can refine like her mic skill, get her promos right, because you know it's one thing to be hood, it's another thing to implement that like Trick do. You know what I'm saying? If she can get her promos right,
she's too Rosie Perez for me.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If she can get them promos right, hey, you can strap the rocket on her, man.
Yeah. She's when I watch her and like even with Lola Vice, they're two, and Lola Vice is a legit MMA fighter, but they're trying to do too much of the wrestling promo instead of just being natural. So somebody needs to teach them, and they'll get better. So all right, so let's move on to the next match again in no particular order, but here's another one I didn't care at all about. You know what? I don't even think I watched this. Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. The build up for this match should have been so much better than what it ended up being. Oh yeah, well Nikita Lyons just came back. So that's the problem with that. She just came back. But yeah, that's Zay's. Hey, I think Zay would risk it all for her.
And you know what? Bailey actually is not. I told you, bro. Her body just don't look proportionate at all. She's not in my top 5.
Lopsided.
Really?
Yeah. It don't look right.
I don't know.
It just don't.
Okay. How does Bianca Belair look in person?
She's fine as hell.
Okay. That's what about Jade?
It's funny because my girl was like I said, she knows nothing about wrestling. She was, but she knew about Jade Cargill because again, like I said, social media. When she saw her, when those lights came on, because during the cold open, they just came out in the dark. When them lights came on, like, man, my girl, she was so enamored by what she saw. It was like an image of God. She was looking. I was like, hey, that's Jade Cargill.
My wife has the same. It's funny because my wife has that same aura. Whenever Jade comes out, she'll just stop and just look at her and just start doing the poses and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on here? Like, she just and she feels that way about Naomi. Like, she thinks Naomi is one of the most beautiful women in the world, which she probably is. But whenever she sees Jade, it's like that body just makes her be like, damn. And I know people be, oh, too much muscles and blah blah blah, but she wears it with perfection. Wait a minute, the chat going crazy about this thing now. Hold on. So Daniel said Bailey's fat ass is natural. Yeah, Bailey got a lot of weight from when you saw her in NXT. She was skin and bones, but she has implants. Hey man, those of you that's listening to Wrestling with Reality, this is not your normal wrestling show. We're gonna break down the matches, but you're also gonna get a mix of guy talking here because that's what this channel is. This channel is dude talk.
Bailey got implants? I didn't know that.
Yeah, now I don't think about Bailey. Yeah, I don't think Bailey got implants. They don't sit.
In other words, Trevor is saying it's a manosphere channel.
Hey.
Trevor, what have you birthed? What have you birthed, Trevor?
Hey, this we ain't just talking about you catch can wrestling over here, pal. We talking about everything. So
yeah, like I said, her body just it don't look proportionate. That's why it's a no. Like I said, it'll be nice to see, but it's a no for me.
Her torso is long.
It shouldn't. I don't know why.
But that's what I think. That's what it is. It's her torso.
Well,
it just don't
look right.
She look weird
to me.
Hey, y'all ain't gonna y'all gonna get off of Bailey now. So let's get into the next match. Finn Balor against Damian Priest. Hey, listen, all I got is Damian Priest won. Fine. What was you guys' thoughts on this?
Well, my first thought.
Oh, go ahead.
My first thought is Damian Priest's pants is too tight. He can't move around right. It just bothers me every time.
He needs to change his outfit.
Oh my god,
he's real knock-knee. He's knock-knee. That's part of the problem.
Yeah. Finn Balor just moves around. He gets up on the top rope real fast. He just moves around, and then you watch Damian Priest like struggling with the tight ass. I mean, it's just ridiculous. He needs to stop wearing that. It just doesn't look right. But the match isn't like god awful. Oh my god, Uso level bad WrestleMania. No, it's not like that. But yeah, I don't know. It could be better. There's something got to be done about his ass because it ain't working for me, brother.
I say it was awful, and here's why. He essentially took on the whole Judgment Day and beat him.
Yep.
He like, what are we doing? Like the Judgment Day is worth nothing. They street trash, like truly.
Of course,
like the shirt say.
Carlito come out just to get beat out every week. He comes out there just to be beaten out every week.
Jobment Day is what they is right now because they jobbing.
Yeah.
And Finn Balor should not be jobbing.
And then you got the human Funko Pop, JD McDonough. I mean, he's crazy, man.
So yeah, this did nothing for me. It actually made me mad because this should have been a blood grudge match some type of way. It should have been some type of stipulation. Hell, the Judgment Day was going to get involved anyway.
MD, you know what I was saying this match should have been? I said this match should have been a street fight. You're at the show Bad Blood, make it a street fight. Then you justify
why not?
You justify bringing all those guys in.
Yeah, that would have been better.
But I agree with Venkat. Whenever I watch Damian Priest is a fantastic wrestler. But I have to get when I really get into Damian Priest in the most non-homo way possible is when he takes off the top. Yeah. Because like the whole bodysuit thing just completely takes me out of him. Like for real.
Metrosexual Undertaker. Well, that's just what it is.
It just looks weird, like he's playing some type of 80s Twisted Sister type rock and roll person. It just
that's true. True.
And then he has the black eyeliner. It doesn't work. It's like, to me, he's a guy playing another guy. Like he doesn't know what he wants to be. He's a legit badass. We know that. I'm not taking anything away. South of Heaven, the Razor's Edge, it all looks good when he does it. But you gotta wait for him to take off the top to get mad, like he's Diesel, and it's just it just looks weird. Like it just okay. Rhea Ripley looks like she's tougher than him. She probably is.
You that.
Well, she looked like she tougher than a lot of those guys out there.
Yeah, she probably fucking girl.
I just don't understand why all of this is at the expense of Finn Balor. I don't get that. He hit this man with 2 coup de grace at the end of the match.
Yeah.
Went for a third one and got us out for heaven. It's over.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Mike is saying they ruined Finn Balor. Yeah, Finn Balor used to be so like he was the prize that you couldn't mess up, and they found a way to mess him up. But it's funny because when he's on NXT, they use him the exact perfect way. But then when he comes back over, it's like they revert back to this stupid character. I'm like, what is this? I thought he was gonna get serious. Now he's playing second fiddle to Liv. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. All right, we don't need to stay too long on this one. Oh my goodness. So Triple H comes out. And they have the belt. They have this belt under the stand. Now, MD, you were there in the building. When you saw the belt stand, what did you think the title was going to be?
Yeah, my bad. I was outside the truck. Yeah, I knew it was going to be something because it said Crown Jewel on the stand. I just didn't know what it was about.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
We could see him bringing it out or whatever. I was like, what the hell? We didn't know what it was. And we saw it said Crown Jewel at the bottom. I was like, what the hell is that? So I thought maybe they were going to bring back the greatest Royal Rumble. Hell, I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. And then when he started talking, he said champion versus champion. And then, people got excited for that. And some people saying, oh, they about to unify. I'm like, no, they're not going to unify the titles, bro. You kill that.
So in my distant, like I knew this was a pipe dream. I was hoping that it was the Winged Eagle title, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. So I thought it was going to be the rumored women's Intercontinental or women's United States title. But what we ended up getting was this piece of crap. So at Crown Jewel, Gunther's gonna face Cody Rhodes, and the most convoluted thing that I ever heard. This is the match that I wanted anyway, so I'm getting the match that I wanted. But Gunther's gonna wrestle Cody Rhodes. The winner is now the Crown Jewel champion, but the winner doesn't lose their WWE title. So,
well, okay, keep going. I'll say mine. I'll say mine.
That's stupid. What?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
stupid.
I mean, you're right. Yeah, I mean, they like I said, bro. They doing what they can to put on a show in Saudi. You got 4 weeks, hell, really now 3 weeks. Well, hell, really say 2 weeks because they did a double taping. So you got essentially from a live perspective 2 weeks to try to tell a story between Gunther and Cody. I saw somebody posted. I saw Cody come out at the end of Raw Monday night. So now they got to hurry up, do this in between Survivor Series, which from Cody's perspective, he shouldn't be involved in whatever the Bloodline doing. So, I mean, that's fine. But, bro, I like the fact that you're trying to progress storylines, but don't overbook yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is the overbooking. Because now, you got to deal with the KO situation. You got to deal with what's up with Rock, what's up with Roman. Now you got to deal with Gunther. I mean, Without a good angle, I really don't want to see it.
Crown Jewel is a one-off. So that part I'm okay with. Why not just say, hey, the two champions of each brand wrestle each other? That's it. Why do you now have to throw another belt in the mix? That's my problem.
But I don't think you'll never see that belt again. It'll be just like the world's what is the greatest Royal Rumble. You'll never see that belt again.
Worse. That's it. Venkat, go ahead.
All right. So first thing I want to say is when I saw the podium with the cloth on top of it, I was thinking what Trevor thought. I thought, oh God, they're gonna do this wing eagle thing. But then when I saw the height and the texture of it, I'm like, that's not gonna be a wing eagle. That's something else. I don't know what the hell that is. I didn't even think it was a belt.
We thought it was a box because it looked like a box. We was like, what's this box?
So when Triple H pulled it and it showed this big ass title, the first thing I thought about was the AEW title. That looked like the AEW title, just a little bit taller, and the side plates are not like straight or whatever. They're kind of like triangled or whatever. But that looked like a variation of the AEW title and like some other titles I've seen, like in the indie. So I've seen that style before. And then the other thing is, I like the idea of what they're doing. They're trying to legitimize Crown Jewel instead of it being Crown Joke, because they've been having all these problems with this event since its inception, and it should be a more prestigious thing. So what more prestigious than to have the two big champions? If you're going to have two champions, they should meet once a year. It's not about their titles merging like WrestleMania 6. There's really no need for that. This is just to be like, who is really the best? And you get to see the best versus the best. And it's off of American soil, so it's in its own little other reality or whatever, but you just have them go at it. And, it just free from any kind of storylines or whatnot. You just want to be like, this is wrestling. Let's see the two best top dogs go at it. And boom, then you move on to your stuff back in the United States. I think it's a great idea. Maybe the belt could be tweaked a little and look a little better. But I understand what Triple H is going for. Because again, Triple H is the guy that he's thinking about a bigger way for wrestling to be, where he wants all these different leagues all across the world, and then have like a ultimate like meeting of people from different countries facing each other in like a World Cup of wrestling. I think like big ideas like that, we really need to have that. And you would probably want to say that the two big champions should really meet at WrestleMania, since WrestleMania is the big event. But if you can't have that at WrestleMania, at least prop up this event that's been floundering and make it mean something. Maybe this is a step to making it more legitimized, and having the two world champions face each other, I think, is an awesome concept, and it's desperately needed. They should have been done this decades ago. So that's my view on it. Back to Trevor.
I can't believe Venkat was positive about something WWE did, and on top of that, made a hell of a goddamn point about it. So okay, before I move on, what do you guys think about the title design? I think it's ugly. I don't like it.
I think the green in there is a part of why you feel it's ugly, and the shape, the side plates, I think, is something else. They shouldn't have. I mean, you got this straight, tall middle, and then this triangular side. It's the symmetry is. They should have just went with smaller versions of the middle all across or something. But hey, this is the first time they do it. They can always modify it over the years. But just the fact that they're doing this and they're thinking bigger, I appreciate that by Triple H.
This looks
like that's the problem with me, because it's rectangular on the face plates and then the side plates are hexagon. That's stupid.
It looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like the Lucha Underground title. because that belt had the 3 big rectangles in the middle, and then it had the spears on the side. Man, I had to think about this one. I don't know, but this segment wasn't over. Oh my God, did this get great? So, because I'm like, okay, it's time
I know where you're going. Hold on, real quick. So, I wanted to ask you, what do you think about the announcement that this was the largest arena gate?
I didn't hear that.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that was the largest arena gate.
Yeah, but
that means they charged a lot of money because only 16,000.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah, what you told me you pay for your tickets. I don't disagree. Or MD fell off. Yeah, he said he was loading, so he'll be back. But yeah, from what MD told me he paid for his tickets, I don't disagree. I didn't hear them make that announcement, but it doesn't surprise me at all. Like every show that they do going forward is going to be the largest arena. I heard that on the secondary. I heard on the secondary market, some of those mid-range tickets was going for as high as $600. That is insane.
Yeah, they got.
I paid for my tickets, bro. And like I said, I had more of a luxury experience, but some of those 100 level tickets was insane, stupid.
Mike said it looked like a sissy AEW title. I didn't hear them announce the Arena Gate thing, but I don't. Every show they do going forward, they're going to say that because they're in a position now where people are going to pay no matter what. Like hell, I'm a Dolphin fan. The Dolphins suck right now, but the Dolphins ticket is a premium ticket. Like it is literally a hot commodity now, and people are willing to pay whatever they can to get them. I got tickets to the Cardinals game in the club level. Those tickets were friggin' insane. But it's the nature of the beast right now. These clubs can get, the market for whatever they want. So this segment, and y'all know I love Triple H, and we're going to discuss Triple H later to close the show out. So don't you worry. We're going to get into that. But I was like, okay, enough of this because I wanted the Winged Eagle title. You didn't give me the Winged Eagle title. Then I wanted the women's mid-card title, which when they do a women's mid-card title, if Chelsea Green isn't the first person to get that belt, then something is absolutely wrong here.
Speaking of Chelsea Green, what do you think about the way they try to say she smell? Like, what kind of crap is that, man? This a whole woman.
That's because of the garbage can match.
Man, that didn't come off right at all for me. Like, you got a woman walking around, they talking about she's smelling. They need to stop with that already. That was just lame.
You weren't in on the joke.
No, I don't want to be in on that joke. I'm just looking at a woman on the screen and they talking about her smelling like that. Like that's just that don't sound right to me.
Oh, but you could tell a woman to eat a sandwich?
Eat what sandwich?
You remember you told Becky Lynch to eat a sandwich?
Oh, she needs to eat a sandwich. She's skinny as hell. She got to get some kind of weight on her, man. I'm not saying anything wrong.
Hot God. So all right, so this segment could only go up from here because with this belt, I wasn't too thrilled about what was going on. Then all of a sudden, the greatest champion in wrestling comes out, and speaking of the greatest champion in wrestling, Gunther, kick-ass match with him and Sami Zayn this past Monday night. I cannot wait till I can start back doing 5 counts, especially now that Monday Night Raw has gone to 2 hours for the rest of the year. It's going to be much easier for me to do it now. Gunther comes out and just being as Gunther as he could be, talking shit to everybody. He notices Bill Goldberg in the thing with his son, and he tells Goldberg, "Hey, you remember when I told Bret Hart that you were my favorite wrestler? I kind of bent it, but you're like a one-trick pony." Just talking shit to Gunther. The rumor is that Gunther and Goldberg are gonna have a match, I don't know if I want to see that, but that is the rumor going forward. So Goldberg jumps the ramp. Goldberg, he doesn't actually get physical with Gunther. All this is a setup for Sami Zayn to come out and attack Gunther. Gunther continues to be the best, just the best, period. His mic work is fantastic. The way he berates people is fantastic. MD, you were in the building. Hometown boy Bill Goldberg jumping the ramp. How did the crowd take that?
Hey, the Goldberg chance went off immediately because everybody knew where it was going to go. I was like, oh, he about to say something about. We knew he was about to say something about Goldberg. It was pretty much, self-explanatory. So everybody crunked the Goldberg chance up before like he even said anything because they knew. Now, like I said, it ain't a match that I particularly want to see, like at all. But if because Goldberg's been saying like he won a farewell match. That's what he wanted. Vince didn't give it to him, so that's why they were saying he was going to go to AEW. I can see Triple H giving it to him, but he ain't gonna win it. Not if it's against Gunther. It ain't gonna happen. I think he'll have to work on it being a great match. But yeah, I liked the segment was great. I love the segment.
That match couldn't go more than 5 minutes.
You think so, bro?
Yeah, I don't think Goldberg. You don't need a 10-minute Goldberg match. You just need him to go in there and hit all his power spots, give you that hope pin, give him the visual pin so you can see that it didn't really happen, and then Gunther put him out.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
So Bill Goldberg he been wanted this final match. So this is perfect, man. And Bill Goldberg has shown that he can have good matches, or at least somewhat great matches with DDP. So with Gunther being a ring general, and these great wrestlers keep talking about they can wrestle a mop or a broom and have a great match, you should be able to put together something memorable with Bill Goldberg. And when we saw what's that guy named The Miz, when The Miz wrestled Gunther, I wasn't particularly happy to hear that match was going to happen. But when the match happened, it was like great. That was a great moment for Miz. That was a great moment for Gunther because it showed his versatility with different types of opponents. So Goldberg wants to go out in a big way. So it can't be addressed as a typical scenario for him. He's going to have to put it on the mat and make something memorable happen. And who better is this guy that, he got WWR 2023 Wrestler of the Year. So that's the guy that can lead him home in there. So I expect great things to happen, or at least something memorable. I don't think Goldberg liked the idea of like what happened with Undertaker and other little mishaps here and there. So I think he wants to be remembered in that last match as having a kick-ass match. So I think this is a great move for him.
So
yeah, and Gunther he good enough where he can carry it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So wait a minute. You bring up. I thought you were going to bring up a more recent match, but you brought up a match that was 25 years old with him and DDP, which was fantastic. One of the top WCW matches of all time. We still got to do that list. But I like the match that he had with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, where they literally went in there for 10 minutes and just beat the holy hell out of each other. Not WrestleMania 20.
The WrestleMania 20? Oh, I'm about to say.
Come on. The match that they wanted everybody to forget. No, this was WrestleMania. I want to say this was in 20 whenever he beat the Fiend for the Universal title. So whenever he beat the Fiend in Saudi Arabia, and he came back and defended the title against Lesnar at WrestleMania. I forget which one that was, but they went in there. Okay, I want to say it was like 2016. It was when remember when Goldberg beat Lesnar in 90 seconds at Survivor Series?
Yep, that was shocking.
That was so great, man. The way they did that, God, that was so great. But they came back and they had the match at WrestleMania for the Universal title. It was like 8 minutes of them literally just beating the hell out of each other. The match was never in the ring. They went through the barricade. They did everything, and then Lesnar ended up winning in a hard-fought match. If they could put something together like that, which I don't see why they can't, because it's Gunther. Gunther is, I agree, Venkat, that match against The Miz was so good, it made me want The Miz to win. Just because of the work that Gunther was doing in the match, it made me turn on him. And newsflash, Gunther is still, he is the defending Wrestling with Reality Wrestler of the Year, and he is already my pick for 2024 for Wrestler of the Year. You can keep your Ospreys and all those other guys. Gunther's going to be my repeat pick, just so you guys know. But I'm just trying to see where they would do this. You think they would do this at Survivor Series? Because that's coming up next. They can't do it at Crown Jewel because that's going to be Cody versus Gunther.
Survivor Series is a perfect place for them to do it because it's one of the big four events. A lot of eyeballs are going to be on that. This isn't one of those lesser, like, fast lane garbage events. So this is great. He can go out in a big time pay-per-view, well, premium live event. So that'll be awesome that he could do that in Survivor Series. Would be great. Would be better if it was Starrcade, but whatever.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, you know, I guess you would have to let it settle because I wouldn't I wouldn't necessarily give Gunther something to do on Survivor Series not involving the title. It's not going to involve the title. So I can see it.
It has to, MD. It has.
Yeah, you want to add some intrigue? You want to add some intrigue?
I mean, I like Goldberg and all, man, but I ain't that invested, bro. I could see him maybe having it at somewhere like Elimination Chamber.
Right before Mania? No, he'd be having to heat up his Mania opponent then.
I mean, but who's not to say his Mania opponent won't be at Elimination Chamber, and you won't know it until then.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with them doing it at Survivor Series, but the title has to be on the line. What I thought was going to happen is after he beat Sammy is when because he kept walking up the ramp backwards, and that's always a telltale sign that somebody going to come out and kick your ass. I thought when he turned around, Goldberg was going to be right there to spear the hell out of him, but Cody just walked out and bumped him. And I know they did another taping that same night, so who knows what happened. But the more I think about it, I wouldn't mind seeing it, but it can't be one of those where, hell, we're going to give Goldberg one last title run. You can't do that at the expense of Gunther.
Right. Yeah, no, there's no way they should do that.
So why does the title need to be involved then?
Why not, though?
Why not? What better way? Because look at what
selling this match.
Look at Goldberg's promo. I mean Gunther's promos. It's always about I'm the best in wrestling. This says that I'm the best. So why wouldn't anybody that wants to wrestle him take away what makes him the best? That would be silly on Goldberg's behalf.
I mean, I get it. I get it from that aspect. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. I just don't need the title for it. You just don't. I mean, especially if we running it off of, a legacy standpoint. Hell, according to Gunther, the man can't wrestle anything. So
what do you call him? A three-trick? He call him a one-trick pony?
One-trick pony.
Yeah.
Told him, I hope your dad is a better father than he is a professional wrestler. I said, damn.
Hey, Gunther is great, man. And listen, man, Gunther has been just a breath of fresh air, man. I am so glad that Vince got in all the trouble he did before he could have got his grubby hands on him, because he would have completely ruined him. So let's get into what I call the penultimate main event, because this shouldn't have closed the show, but it did close the show. So there was a fracas there. Oh Lord, I forgot about this match. So my notes on this match sucked all type of ass. This sucked. Raquel Rodriguez coming back. I'm okay that she came back, because it's doing the one thing that I asked her to stop doing. Stop being the smiley baby face. You're a big badass. Stop smiling all the time. Kick some ass. So her being Liv Morgan's heater is a perfect position for her because her mic skills aren't any good. And with a champion as small as Liv Morgan in the Shawn Michaels role, you need a heater. But the match just wasn't good. They didn't click at all. And it's crazy because they had that good match at SummerSlam, so I thought they were just going to repeat it. Dom being in the shark cage, I think, did more harm than good because all we cared about was how he was going to get out of the shark cage, which it looked like they completely messed that up with him falling head first. It just didn't seem, something went wrong there. It just didn't seem like it went right. Rhea was, if your biggest hindrance is 20 feet in the air in a shark cage, why are you still letting that distract you from the match in the ring? The psychology was all wrong. I just didn't like it. I think these two need to cool off for a while and go their own way and maybe try it again. That's all I got on this. I don't
that's what it looks like. It's going, they're gonna let Raquel and Rhea go, which is fine because I want to see that match.
A big
beef. But this, like I said, this match was awful, man. It was awful. And it's funny because I was there. I had my Liv shirt on. I bought a Liv shirt, but I had on some purple Jordan. So I was looking forward to this match because I wanted to see. I wanted to see Liv.
Hold on. We got to talk about this. You bought a Liv Morgan T-shirt?
Yeah, the Liv's finally on top. I got the purple one. It's fire. I was matching and everything. I was. Hey, it is what
Finn Balor has a purple shirt. Finn Balor has a purple shirt.
Finn Balor's a loser.
You know what? I didn't see Finn Balor merch the whole time I was there.
Because he's a loser.
I didn't see it at the store or nothing.
He's a jobber.
Man.
But I wanted to see Liv break out in this match. I was looking forward to this. This is one of the matches that I was looking forward to. I said, this is where Liv is going to show great heel work. It just didn't work out. I'm going to tell you what it was. Raquel, she's not smiling, but she exchanged the smile for a bad botch. She botched that finish so bad. Now, this is what I believe was supposed to happen. Like I said, nobody said what was supposed to happen. They're not going to say it. Going back and watching it on TV, it looked even worse because they had the ref cam and Rhea over there talking to the ref. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Rhea talking to the ref saying, hey, look, I'll be back. She pull out the kendo stick. Everybody pops. She go hit Dom with the kendo stick and all that.
Pinata.
The ref was supposed to go outside to check on Dom. That's when Raquel was supposed to come out, hit the Tejana bomb, put Liv on top 1, 2, 3. She messed up when she was supposed to come out. She didn't pay no attention to the ref at all. Like the ref clearly saw it come out. So as the ref, you ain't gonna be like, I'm gonna just forget about all this and go with what the finish is. You gotta, because I'm saying looking dead at you doing what you're doing. you effed up some type of way. So look, I gotta go kayfabe. I gotta ring the bell. And then you hit the Tejana bomb still, and then put Liv. Like, come on, man. I get that you've been gone for a while, but come on, that you can't get more greener than that, bro. You cannot get more greener than that. I was like, what the hell is going on? Liv just laid out. Now, this is what I probably would have done. The whole thing with Tiffany Stratton. Why not do a fake cashing in there? Because I don't know if y'all know yet. They did the second tape, and Tiffany Stratton on Raw right now anyway. She about to team up with Rhea Ripley. Why not just do it? Yeah. They did 2 tapings on Raw Monday because they doing it.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I just saw the picture, bro. I don't know what's going on.
What?
Supposedly it was a tag match: Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton versus Liv and Raquel on next Monday night. So if you're gonna do that, why not have Tiffany come out and do a faux cash in then? If you're gonna go with the route of having Tiffany Stratton on Raw anyway. So like I said, I don't know what's going on. I just saw the pictures on Twitter. And everybody popped saying, oh, Tiffany Stratton on Raw.
Yeah, I didn't see that yet. That's weird. Like, what reason does she have to be over there?
Well, remember,
Well, she can cash in on anybody.
Nia told her, "Hey, look, why don't you just go to Raw?"
Okay,
Remember, she said that a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, so yeah, and plus she can cash in on whoever she wants.
Yeah, she can cash in on anybody.
Hmm.
Like that would have got a huge pop. Like she got a pop. She was gonna get a pop either way because of Tiffany Stratton. But just tease them. If your idea was to put Tiffany on Raw anyway, is what I'm saying. But yeah, the match was terrible when it shouldn't have been.
I'm laughing because it's funny, but not at the situation. Brother Fluff Salisbury, these names are crazy. It's appropriate that Rhea's move is called the Riptide. I live in Tampa and the Bay is going crazy right now. Yeah, I could imagine, man. Stay safe there. We in Florida also. It ain't as bad where we are. Venkat, what were your thoughts on this match?
The thing that stand out the most is Dominic Mysterio the entire match.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's not going to be a winning strategy. Other than that, having a disqualification, what the freak? This is a premium live event. We don't do disqualifications, man. So yeah, it was a letdown. It should have been a lot better. Especially with Liv Morgan is like on fire right now. It should have been.
I was rooting for her, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I bought the shirt. I was rooting for her.
I can't believe you bought a Liv Morgan shirt. That's crazy. Like we have three Bianca Belair shirts in this house, and none of them belong to me.
And it's crazy because I said, do I want the Liv shirt or do I want, because they had like the Hell in the Cell, like tail of the tape shirt with CM Punk. I was like, I really wanted that shirt.
I would have got that for just commemorative purposes. I love CM Punk's new shirt with the blue and red fist.
Yeah, blue and red, yeah. But I ended up getting the Liv shirt. I said, you know what? Because I had on purple Jordan 12. I said, you know what? That go with my shoes. I'm gonna get that shirt, and that's what I did in support of Liv Morgan because I want to see her succeed.
No,
does Trevor Weaver know how to do the Weaver lock? You gotta bring it with the Weaver lock, baby.
Daniel Price, the Belair. No, the shirt didn't come with the hair whip, but the hat for my daughter did. So she has because she was Bianca Belair for Halloween 2 years in a row. She said she's not gonna be Bianca this year, but the hat comes with the attachment on it. So yeah, this match, I didn't like this, and it's crazy coming from these two, because Liv has gotten so much better, and Rhea is really good. But Rhea, how does Rhea look in person? Like, how does her overall look? She's just a freaking badass.
That's another one. When she came out, my girl, she was in awe of her. She was like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah, people think just because of tattoos and stuff that Rhea is that chick, man. Rhea put together. She is put together. That's like weightlifting done right. She is really put together. So now we get to the penultimate match, which was the main event in their hearts, but absolutely was not the main event in my heart. You have Roman Reigns, you have the reluctant tag team buddies trope, what they call them, strange bedfellows. You have Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. The first thing I thought about this is, damn, is this WrestleMania? What was with the overdone, elaborate ass entrances? I know that the whole Cody Rhodes band thing took off, and if they were in Atlanta, they probably were like, okay, well, hell, we here, so let's try to get the band. So I get that. But to have Roman Reigns come out with the whole 57-piece orchestra, and I'm like, bro, is this okay? I'm like, what are they gonna do?
I think they was trying to do like a one-up on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was. Yeah, I think that's what it was supposed to play out with. The funny part about it is, like, because I knew about the whole viral stuff with the marching band.
They freaked up.
Yeah, they did. They didn't sound good live.
They
did not sound good at all, bro.
They sounded better on Twitter. The Twitter video, they sounded fantastic.
Yeah, they sound way better when they was at the game.
Yeah, but
they were out of sync. They were out of order.
Yeah.
They were out of everything.
And the sound truck jacked up Cody Rhodes' entrance because they played it twice. We didn't know what the hell. What the hell's going on?
Ain't got no peanut butter, no jelly, ham,
but
no
you
burger.
know what, Becky? I'm gonna tell you this though. Say what you want about Roman Reigns and it take him 30 minutes, bro. When Roman Reigns' music hit, everybody had up the one like, bro. That entrance had the hairs on the back of my neck standing up, bro. But that entrance was crazy.
So MD, yes, I mean Roman Reigns' presence, I could see it doing that, but they freaked up Roman Reigns ever since he came back. When they changed his music is not the same way it used to be.
No, it's not the same. It sounds more inspiring now because he a pseudo face.
Yeah,
he's
I don't like that.
Right now.
The way his music used to hit, boom, when you hear that at the beginning,
it was more healers. It was better. It was better that way. I don't disagree with that.
Man, they need to change it back.
But man, that entrance, bro, that was probably the loudest, except for The Rock. That was the loudest it was all night long. Like I'm like Cody Rhodes.
Have you ever seen an Undertaker entrance live?
Yeah, I saw. Well, I saw that Survivor Series too. When they did the 25 years.
That is the greatest. That is the greatest.
It's the greatest intro of all time.
Live for like to hear the crowd reaction. That is the greatest reaction to ever be there.
Road Warriors.
Nah, come on.
Sting winning at the Great American Bash 1990.
Here we go. So
Ron Simmons winning.
So they had these WrestleMania entrances. So ain't no telling what the hell they're gonna do come WrestleMania. So let me get my corpse out of the way for this because I know Venkat going rail on this one, which is fine. But let me get my problem with this match. First of all, this match shouldn't have been the main event. I know why it was the main event, but even at the end, it still didn't feel main eventy to me. The problem with this match, when this match started, what do you think my problem was? They
didn't do a tie and elbow hook up. They didn't do that.
Collar and elbow tie up. They didn't.
They didn't do that.
This match should have been tornado tag rules.
Okay. Yeah.
Why was this match tag rules? And when I'm sitting through this match, I'm like, oh my God, when he's gone, you realize how we don't have a Roman Reigns match. This was the same, and Roman Reigns is that dude. This is the same formulaic, slow down everything.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was real.
Why Roman Reigns? Why was Roman Reigns playing the babyface in peril for the hot tag for Cody? I never understand that. It should have been the other way around. But this was a Roman Reigns match if I ever saw one, to where I kept looking at the crowd at the clock and I'm like, please, Brock Lesnar, just come out here and destroy everybody.
You still believe that?
Because I thought Brock Lesnar, because they fooled me.
Every show you feel Brock Lesnar.
No, but they were showing photos of Brock Lesnar being at the airport.
That's old, bro. Yeah, somebody was saying that's an old pic.
That's an old
photo. Yeah.
But they got me on that.
But everybody knew Rock was at the high school football game the other night. Everybody knew that.
But this match, Roman looks phenomenal here. Like he's
in great shape. He's in great shape.
Rarely anybody's gonna be able to stand next to him and look better than him. He's just his whole aura and everything. But when you're in the middle of a Roman Reigns match, you are in the middle of a Roman Reigns match. My God, did that thing go to a screeching halt? Solo, I like what Solo's been doing, but is the analogy I like to use. When the Chrysler 300s came out, everybody said they looked like a Rolls Royce until it pulled up next to a Rolls Royce. When Roman Reigns was standing across the ring from Solo, you were like, oh, that's how the tribal chief is supposed to carry himself. It was just an aura that, like, you couldn't fake it. Jacob Fatu is just absolutely insane. They didn't let him go off nearly as much as he should have, which kind of brought it down for me too. It should have been a Tornado Rules match, would have made it so much better. Solo did the work that he could do.
They gave too much of the ring time to Solo, bro. Solo,
yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you from in the arena, bro, Solo was not over at all. No, bro, the FU Solo chant started in my section.
Yeah, those FU Solo chants were loud. Those FU Solo chants, FU Solo chants were so loud they had to acknowledge it on commentary.
The you can't wrestle chants, like, bro. Nobody was rocking with Solo at all.
They never acknowledged that type of stuff, but they had to. They couldn't just let it keep going because it was just so it was just so overwhelming. Cody with the outside dive to Jacob Fatu just looked fantastic. Cody did his work. Cody's going to do what he's going to do, but Roman is the bigger star. So everybody was there to see Roman. So before we get to the end, I want to see how close we were. So don't go to the end, Vancat, because I know you're going to try to jump to the end. What did you think about just the match before the ending happened?
Oh, the match was just dragged out, dragged on, and dragged over. I mean, Roman Reigns is just he's a great face figure and image, but in ring, it's just everything has to slow down for him. Cody Rhodes is the backbone of everything. When Cody's in the ring, you have a chance of some movement and entertaining things happening. I didn't like the fact there was some moments where I'm like, oh my God, is Roman Reigns going to screw this guy over right now and punch him in his junk? There was a moment where it looked like Roman Reigns was on purpose out of place for the tag. And I was like, what the hell is this? What is he doing? And then it was
Solo pulled him off of the apron.
Yeah. But there was another time too where he wasn't where he should have been, and I just thought that, is he doing that on purpose? Is he allowing Cody to get worked over, and then they're gonna screw him at the end, and the whole bloodline just beat him up, and I didn't know what was gonna happen, but Roman Reigns, he's great at all these other things, but in ring work, and it may be because of his condition. His health issues and stuff like that. That may be the reason why, but it's just hard to watch. So you got to work around it, but it's hard because everybody has to conform to the Roman rules, and the whole match just suffers for it. So it wasn't a great match. I really wish it was not the main event, because CM Punk, and I was surprised when I turned it on and seen CM Punk and I'm in the ring. I'm like, what the hell, man? That felt like it should at least be in the second to last match, because there's no title on the line in this tag team match. It's just big names, but I think CM Punk should have got that main event. Well, McIntyre as well. I mean, he did a great job, but yeah, this match was not it for me. But that's my take on it.
MD, what was your thoughts on the match before we get to the finish?
Typical bloodline involved match. I mean, I wasn't expecting nothing different. I don't know. Big names. You know what I'm saying? A lot of looking around, a lot of talking. I mean, hell, everybody expected that. That knows about
a lot of stalling.
Yeah, that knows about a bloodline involved match. So it was, to me, it was more or less about the star power. I think I came into it like already expecting that. So the bar wasn't set. Go ahead.
You didn't feel like because Roman is a face that the tone would shift a little?
I didn't think so. Based on everything,
I did.
Yeah, I thought that it would be like this different, fresher vibe that we were going to get out of the match.
Nah, man, I can't make that type of assessment based on everything that I've seen Roman do. Like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But like, hey, it was exhilarating nonetheless. I ain't gonna take that away. Like from the spectacle of what it was good. But I expected no less from I don't care who it is. Solo, Roman.
You know what this match should have been? This match should have been Randy Orton and KO versus the Tonga brothers. You remember at Extreme? What was that? In France, where they had that tag match?
Yeah.
And it was just balls to the wall. That's what this should have been.
Yeah.
It almost felt like it felt like it was about to turn into that. But after the table spot, it slowed back down.
Yeah, like why listen, you had the whole build up. You had the can I get your word? Am I going to trust you? You have them hitting Roman with the triple power bomb. You have them stressing the importance of the Ulafala. And Roman being a man without a country. You come to the match and you do a regular ass hold in the tag rope tag team match. When you have the ability to make this thing chaotic, you're going to have outside interference regardless. So why not just make it balls to the wall and let everybody just go at it? If Roman still needs his resting spots, because yeah, he said he still does treatment and stuff. If he still needs his resting spots, that's why you hit him with a table spot or something. Make them gang up on Cody. Give Roman some time to rest. This was just slow and I'd love to see the time on this match, because this match felt like it was 40 minutes and it had no business being there. I know it probably wasn't that long, but this match felt like it was 40 minutes.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all.
That's the downside of Roman Reigns.
You usually in any bloodline involved match, you waiting on something. That's just what it is. And just like the last match, the SummerSlam match with Solo and Cody, you're waiting on something. You go through the motions until Roman Reigns come out. You go through the motions until Jimmy come out. That's what I expect. I said something's about to happen, y'all. I was telling my kids, hey, look, be in awe of Roman Reigns' entrance, watch it, and expect something to happen like in a couple of minutes. Other than that, it's going to be a lot of standing around. There's going to be a lot of ooh-eyeing and a lot of talking. That's just what it is. I don't expect nothing out of Roman Reigns just because it's his first match back. Why would I?
So speaking of Jimmy, Solo has Roman in the ring, and there was very limited Fatu and Roman interaction, which I know they're saving that for later, so they were doing that. But again, that's why you have a tornado match, so you just get them in there hitting misses. But nevertheless, so they got Roman in there. Solo's about to hit him with the Samoan spike. All of a sudden, you have Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa standing outside looking like idiots, because there's clearly a third man standing behind them with a hood and a bandana over his mouth. Solo looking like the biggest friggin' idiot. You got Roman ready to hit him with the spike. You stop to go see who this guy is that was standing there for a minute. Is Jimmy Uso,
which we've seen him in the exact same getup.
Exactly.
Every time, like multiple times we've seen him.
The same black hoodie every time we do this.
He stops to watch it. Jimmy Uso comes in, runs the interference. Roman Reigns gets the victory for his team. What I did like, because again, I'm big on this storytelling, is when Roman Reigns was on the floor and Jimmy was standing in front of him, and Roman mouthed to him like something to the effect like, I thought I was alone. And then he was like, you always been the tribal chief. Like he was basically saying that I never left your side type stuff, just pointing in, and they slowed that down and showed it in post. So they get the win. They go outside. Jimmy and Roman are going up the ramp. Cody's back in the ring and they're jumping him. I love this too. There's a bit of storytelling because I love this. Roman's ready to get the hell out of there because Roman's business is done. His business was, we'll team together to beat them. That's it. That was it. So now they're jumping Cody, and Jimmy is like, hey, you gave this guy your word. Let's go back and help him. And Roman's like, hey, we already did what we had to do. And he's like, come on, man, you got to go back and help him. They come back and help him. And then all of a sudden you hear the final boss. Rock takes 87 and a half minutes to come out. I timed it. So now this was spoiled for me on Twitter because I couldn't, even though I was at the concert, I couldn't not look at what happened because I was really hoping Brock Lesnar was going to come out. But everybody was saying it was The Rock. Now, I thought The Rock came out and got physical, but when I watched it, I'm like, oh, he never came to the ring.
Yeah, he did a CM Punk.
I'm like, that's very, very interesting. And then later on, WWE showed another camera view where Solo was like, it's all part of the plan. Now, from the beginning, I've already said that The Rock is the guy that's pulling the strings for the new bloodline. And it's going to come down that is The Rock is who's controlling Solo. So, MD,
but wouldn't it have been good if they would have like got there, like him going in the ring and acknowledging it?
No, you got a month till Survivor Series.
Yeah.
No,
exactly. That's why you need to do it now.
He did just enough to plant that doubt.
And I'm surprised. Like, this is the earliest that I've seen in a long while with them kicking off basically WrestleMania season. Yeah. Because this is all gonna have implications in October.
Did you see the proposed match for WrestleMania, the proposed main event?
I saw something talking about triple threat.
Yeah, Cody.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, nobody wants to see no damn triple threat.
I don't like that at all.
It's friggin' Rock and Roman Reigns that need to be the main event.
So what? Okay, so
and the Rock need to beat Cody Rhodes for that title. That would have been better if Cody Rhodes would have beat the Rock, but Rock needs to get that title.
So Trevor's saying he thought it would happen in January. Well, I don't think this is not the setup for Mania. This is a setup for Survivor Series. They are absolutely doing Bloodline 1.
It'll be Bloodline Civil War, but The Rock ain't gonna be in that.
But I think The Rock is gonna be The Rock, Fatu, Solo, and Tama Tonga. And you still got the surprise.
I don't think so.
You still got the surprise of Hikuleo against Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, and Jimmy Uso. I do not want Jey Uso anywhere near this because Jey Uso right now is on fire, nuclear heat. I don't want him to come back and be Roman Reigns' lackey, but we'll get to that soon. So, Venkat, what do you think the direction is as far as The Rock coming out? Because he never came in the ring. He never got physical. The only thing he did was 1, 2, 3. That's all he did. And it was for you to decide what he meant by that. And when he did that, Roman Reigns gave him this look like, what the hell's going, like he gave him a smirk. He didn't give him like a laugh like, yeah, we got it. He gave him a smirk like, what the hell's going on here? And then for them to show the footage later of Solo saying, don't worry about it, is all part of the plan. What do you think about The Rock? Who do you think The Rock is siding with?
Well, I agree with what you're saying. I mean, obviously it looks like The Rock is running things with this new bloodline. And he's got to be going after Roman Reigns. Now, this is one thing I will say. So initially they wanted to make WrestleMania 40 Rock and Roman. But I always thought that was kind of strange because initially Rock was come out, saying, should I take a seat at the head of the table, blah, 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 whatnot. So he wanted to just face him. And Roman Reigns would be like, yeah, it should be me and you against each other, cousin, and all this other stuff. There was no like rivalry or sort of like They weren't mad at each other or nothing like that. It was just like, yeah, we're just going to wrestle so we could just be in the main event of a WrestleMania and sell the most tickets. It wasn't like, no, I'm better than you, and I'm going to show you I'm better than you. So now, in this situation we're in now, with the tension with War Games coming up and other events that should happen as we head to WrestleMania, now there's more of a motivation to build the reason why The Rock wants to really face Roman Reigns and the tension between them. And I want to see them actually go at it, because remember, there was that one time they were in the ring and Roman Reigns pretty much made The Rock say, I'm your tribal chief or whatever. So that was like a moment where The Rock bent the knee to Roman Reigns, which I didn't think would happen. So now The Rock isn't so chummy right now, and I want to see the turn of The Rock getting real aggressive and pushing back on Roman Reigns and being like, man, I was the thing before you were even known. And, so it'll be interesting to see them now have a heated, real match that they can have at WrestleMania, rather than this, oh, yeah, cousin, we're having a little fun at WrestleMania type deal, which is what the vibe was in 40. In 41, now there's a real tension and a heat for them to meet up. And it legitimizes this match, and it makes you want to watch this match more so than it would back at 40. I'm still disappointed I'm not getting Cody against The Rock at WrestleMania, but
that's Royal Rumble. That's your Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, well, The Rock better be. The Rock needs to win that title.
I don't know about all that. This
and
is what I think.
Roman Reigns need to beat The Rock at WrestleMania and win back that belt.
So it made sense, and like I said, this gonna have implications for WrestleMania. That's why I said this is the earliest that I've seen in recent memory, them setting the foundation of what's going on. So you're gonna get Bloodline Civil War. I don't think The Rock is gonna be in that match though. I also think you're gonna get Cody versus Roman. You're gonna get Cody versus Roman for the title soon. I can see him doing it Saturday night's main event. Cody and Roman.
Oh, that'd be
for
great.
The title. Then you have Bloodline come out and do whatever. Like I said, however you want to book the match, that ain't really the issue. The issue is Bloodline getting involved some type of way, even if it's after the match. Jimmy, whoever, call Randy Orton, Jay. I ain't got no issue with Jay coming back. That's just me. Hell, I don't think you're gonna have the title for that long anyway. So, whoever you want to have with Survivor Series happened anyway. I think Saturday night's main event is in December, right?
I don't know when it is. I just know that
it is December.
Yeah, I believe it's in December. So, anybody come out, then the Rock music hit. That I think that's the next time we see him. Saturday night's main event. He comes out. People may think he coming out to help Roman against the Bloodline, Rock Bottom. That set up everything right there. Then next month, Royal Rumble, Rock and Cody. And whatever you got to do there, and then ultimately 41, Roman and Rock. This is what it is. But I don't think that's the next time we'll see Rock is in December, Saturday night's main event.
See, I think Rock has to be in that War Games match. He has to be. He has to be, because the turn is going to happen soon where we know where he stands definitively.
See, but that's what I was saying, Trevor. I would rather it had happened at a big time PLE than it happened on Raw or SmackDown. That he finally puts out his intentions and what he is. I think that was a missed opportunity. They should have gone right there, because you have only 4 weeks left before you get Survivor Series. So get it out the way. Let it be. See, they already messed this up. Like when they didn't debut
Survivor Series.
It's the last Thursday of November. So we're about.
Yeah, so you got time. They got to deal with the Crown Jewel stuff first, but
exactly, which is in the way. There's no
November
big event
It's
for that
November
to
30th.
happen. Huh?
November 30th.
Okay.
They got a good one. They got some time.
Yeah, because Survivor Series will be the last PLE for the year.
Yeah, but it would have been nice for it to happen at a big event rather than a TV show.
Well,
I just think it would be a big. It would mean more if that crap would have went down at Bad Blood. It means more there than it does on Raw or SmackDown.
Well, that's you figuring Raw and SmackDown is where they get their largest audience.
Yeah.
So they're going to want to turn in front of 2 million people versus a couple 100,000 that are watching the PLEs.
But it'll be more than that on NBC on Main Event.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If they do it on Main Event, then you got like possibility of 3 to 4 million people going to watch it. Probably more.
No, that's going to be not on NBC though, eh?
Yeah, it's on NBC. They already announced it. It's going to be on NBC.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's legit then. Okay.
Yeah, that's the show. That's like
I thought it was going to just be on Peacock and you just watch it like the premium live event.
Oh, remember they used to do that like once a month.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't think they were in good standing with NBC to do something like that.
Hey, Vince ain't there anymore. Hey, all things off the table. So, again, I didn't care for that match. I didn't think so. It was twofold for me. Had it been a tornado tag, I would have been gushing all over it. It was a standard tag team match, a Roman Reigns tag team match at that. So it was just middle of the road for me. So let's get to what we all came to talk about, like the saving grace of the show. Just my goodness, when this feud started, we were like, okay, CM Punk and Drew, but it started getting good. Then it started becoming personal over the bracelet, and some people were shitting on it, but some people were like, hey man, I see where this is going. Then they start using certain words like I'm gonna make you bleed and I'm gonna kill you, so stuff you don't hear on WWE TV. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. We haven't had a Hell in a Cell where somebody was like legit busted open in a long time. And they've been really harping big on it's back to where it all began. Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker. We remember what kind of a gusher that was. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Hell in a Cell. Should have never opened the show. Should have closed the show. But we are where we are. Man, MD, you were in the building. What did you think about this one?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say it now. This is my match of the year.
Yeah, I already got it in the folder.
As it stands right now. And I had to think about that hard because, again, Ospreay and Takeshita, my God.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But it's nothing behind that match at all. Nothing. It's everything behind Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. So, this was the ultimate blow-off. And that's what take it over the top for me as match of the year. This match was incredible, man. Incredible. Like the brutality of it and the simplicity of it. Like the old school feeling of it just made it worth every second that they was in the ring. This was phenomenal. I was telling my kid, like, this is what an old school blood feud looked like.
He stabbed him in the head with the chair. Like it was this was insane. You don't see this. This was the most non-WWE match I've seen in for. You know what? This was the most non-WWE match I've seen since John Cena versus Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules in 2012. That was the most non-WWE match that you've ever seen. Just the brutality of this match. So how did it come off on the crowd? Because I was watching this really with the TV down, so I didn't really get to hear the crowd reaction. How did it come off when he hit Drew with that damn toolbox and Drew went leaking like a pig? You could clearly see that he wailed him with the toolbox
when he was reaching over. It was like, man, like when it came, like looking at it down from the angle, we didn't know that he got hit the hard way. I was like, ain't no way in hell he bladed himself to that extreme. You know, later come to find out, like, yeah, he got literally hit with the toolbox and got it the hard way. 16 stitches. So, bro, and it was basically the corner of the toolbox. Drew was hitting a lot of corners for whatever reason. I don't know. Drew, hey, man, I'm telling you, bro, if Drew, whenever he comes back, if Drew does not go straight to the top after this, I don't know what else to say. Drew solidified himself as the ultimate heel on Raw. That's just a whole fact.
Look at that.
Drew is the truth, man. He is the truth, bro.
Oh, you driving? You can't see it, but the picture.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I'm stopped. Yeah,
with the
16 stitches.
Like this is insanity, man. This is ridiculous. And you know, people are criticizing Punk because they're saying he was reckless with the toolbox. I don't think Drew did not know that toolbox was coming. You can't make me believe.
See from what I heard, Drew told him to give it to him the hard way. He wanted to bleed the hard way. That's what I heard.
Oh my goodness, bro. And this, and I know we have everybody had their biases because you have your AEW fans. So you have AEW fans that's criticizing this match and podcasters saying, oh, they went overboard with the violence. When 2 weeks ago, I watched a guy get dropped on a cinder block and get one of the most brutal headshots I've ever seen in my life. That was okay, but this was a little bit too far. This was the greatest thing. You had somebody in the sharpshooter because they were redoing the Bret Hart and Stone Cold from Survivor Series, but this Drew hits him in the back with the damn wrench to get out of the hole. I'm like, finally, somebody uses some sense to get out of a move.
Well, don't forget about the syringe, Trevor, in AEW.
Oh yeah. Oh God, he syringed the guy in the mouth. So much hepatitis. Drew,
that table spot was great. That deadlift suplex, that was great.
Look at how small this is because they brought the ring closer. They brought the cage closer. The old Hell in the Cell, you would have had 10 feet right there. But in the smallest of spaces, for him to hit that suplex on the table, like there was no give there. Like Punk legit just crashed on that, man. Oh my goodness, I'm watching this and I'm like, man, this is all. Then he drops him right on the stairs and the stairs just hit a thud, like an absolute thud. I love this because at first when I saw him with the bag, I'm like, oh my God, he bringing out thumbtacks. Until I saw what they were, I'm like, look at the callback, a bag of beads that he gonna dump on him before he finishes them off, which ended up being his downfall because Punk hit him with the nut shot, and then that basically was getting towards the finish. Punk now they did one thing that could have been stupid, but Punk hit the move so perfect it worked. When Punk went to tie the chain around his knee for the GTS, I was like, I said, okay, now if you hit this GTS and his head is nowhere near your knee, you're gonna look stupid. But he landed it so perfect that his head bounced right off of the chain. I'm like, okay, nothing.
But I think that was more Drew than him, though.
Well, yeah, but they executed it good. Okay, you know what it's like? I don't know if you saw NXT last night, but Randy Orton promised the most phenomenal RKO ever, and they were gonna do it, but they missed.
I heard it was a bot.
They were off by a little bit and didn't get to do it, so it looked stupid. But had they hit it, that would have been like one of the baddest RKOs you ever seen. CM Punk with the win. I don't have no problem with CM Punk winning because Drew needs to take some time off. Hell, the way CM Punk was talking, like he needs to take some time off. And I think Punk is going to be heading towards Gunther soon. But when Drew comes back, he absolutely needs to win the Royal Rumble or whatever he's going to do and be the champion for a long time. Venkat, I know you a WCW elitist. So when you grade these type of matches, you grade them on a hard scale. But what did you think about this match?
This match was great. This match made me feel like it was the late 80s or mid to late 80s in NWA, WCW 90s style. These guys were leaking like faucets. And this is an extreme or brutal match to watch. It's very hardcore. You look at AEW and the things that they're doing, which you could say it's reckless. You could say it's attention seeking and unnecessary. I think if you're gonna do a match like this, they did it right. You don't need a syringe. You don't need ridiculous things. You don't need to give a guy AIDS to get the desired effect that you're looking for. And they told a story that was strong. I mean, a lot of I see people saying that the beads like have more value than some of the titles because their story's so strong. So this was great. When I was watching the match, I was like, oh my God, we're doing this? We're doing this right now because we get the fluffy middle of the road to playing it safe by numbers WWE matches on these PLE. But in the 80s and the 90s, when you get on a pay-per-view and a certain match will come on, like a Cactus Jack versus Vader, just certain matches when they come up, something's going to happen. Some furniture is going to move. And this match delivered on that by far. I think it over-delivered. And it was great to see. So AEW, I hate to say it, but this is the way you do a match of this kind of magnitude, and stop with the silly props and the silly over the top, like to shock people stuff. When you just need to stick to the story of the wrestling and the wrestling itself. You don't need to do too much out of space stuff. You can do within reason, and it still gets the desired effect, or even overachieve like this match. And when you watch the match at the very end, you see CM Punk stumble. That don't look fake to me.
Mm-hmm.
That was dead real.
He collapsed. He collapsed on the damn ramp.
So that lets you know he gave his all. And when a guy does that in the ring, you gotta respect that. So they went all out, man. That made me feel like, man, this is like NWA, like Tully Blanchard, Magnum TA type stuff. This was great. And this is what you want with wrestling right here.
And it's crazy because AEW has that feud with Hangman and Swerve. They got it.
Yeah.
The story is there, and they did exactly what they were supposed to do. But you didn't have to put a damn a used heroin syringe into somebody's mouth to do it.
Hey, whoever was in a fight and was like, hold on, let me pull this AIDS needle out of my pocket and stick him with it. Like,
well, you know what hasn't been done? AIDS.
Listen, I don't disagree. I was wondering, I wanted to hear so bad what Venkat thought about this match because, again, WWE hadn't done a good cage match in forever. But I thought that this was, when I was watching it, I'm just sitting there. My daughter was like, because she was home, that night, Saturday night, watching it, and she said, "Daddy, can we rewatch Bad Blood?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm about to watch it in the morning." She said, "I just don't want to watch the Hell in a Cell match." She said it was too scary. And when I heard that, I'm like, they got him. I said, that's it. She was like, it was too much blood. It was too scary. And I can't watch that again. And I'm like, yes, that's
bro. When Drew missed that Claymore and his lower back hit the corner of them steps, I was concerned, bro.
Yeah,
I was genuinely concerned.
Hey, Drew deserve a break, man. For real. He's been carrying the company. He deserve a damn break.
Like that was incredible.
Yeah, that solidifies Drew. If he wasn't before, you gotta acknowledge the guy now, man. And I hope he does win the Royal Rumble. I think that would be awesome for him to do that. And CM Punk probably gonna win the Royal Rumble, but I hope he wins the Royal Rumble because you want to see a guy like that get rewarded. This guy's given his body in the biggest ways possible for the company. So he needs to be recognized as that guy. It's his time right now, man.
We might have to put this also in like the feud of the year. Like this has just been, yeah. I mean, like the feud itself. This is legit a blood feud. This is a feud where you're like, okay, this is a match that deserves Hell in a Cell, not just a match that we need to put in a cell. This is a match that deserved Hell in a Cell, and it was worked perfect, and it was so simple. They didn't have to do none of the over the top, go on top of the cage and drop through the cage and all that craziness. They two guys just went in there, beat the hell out of each other. I had one problem with this match. One problem. Just anybody just take a stab at what my one problem was.
I mean,
I can't think of anything.
They were wearing trunks. I was so hoping they were going to come to the ring.
You want to have jeans and jeans and boots on?
Yeah.
Well, now CM Punk, his gear, and I saw it. His gear was inspired by the first Bad Blood because he had the 4 stars. One of them was a heart with the pattern for Shawn Michaels.
Mm.
Man. Everybody can't be Dusty, Trevor. You can't be bunkhousing all over the place.
If you knew that you were going to do this type of match, just think of the effect that it would have been just to come in with some jeans on. And because you know why? Because when you come in a match like this with your wrestling trunks on, the outsider still watches it like, okay, this is just a wrestling match. Whereas somebody like me who knows the art that you're about to see, you just do that one little tweak and do the jeans, then it's like, okay, these two guys came in here to fight and they came in here to just lay it all on the line. But I love that little touch at the end for them to have to put the damn breathing mask on Punk. Like that was that was perfect. And then the promos at the end that they were showing backstage of Drew McIntyre just dropping all these F-bombs, like it was insane. Normally they would have bleeped all that stuff out, but they just played it. Like that was great. Just fantastic, man. This match to me was the Bad Blood show. Let's rate this show. This was a show that would have been a 3 to me had it not been for that cage match. I can't give it a 5 just because on a 4-match card, I thought 2 matches were good. One was, shouldn't have been on there, and one was just terrible. So I can't give it a 5. But on the strength of that cage match is absolutely a 4. Absolutely a 4. Had the Roman and Cody match been a tornado match, it would have put it up to 5, but it wasn't. So for me, this was a 4. This was a going over for me.
Yeah, same for me. Like I said, for me, the main event was purely about the spectacle. I came in not expecting much from that match, but what the Hell in a Cell did, plus the spectacle of Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes and the Bloodline, yeah, I give it a 4. Like I said, I don't understand. I do understand why it's a 5-match card. That's what Triple H is doing now. Cool. They had UFC coming on right after that. I get it. But it was so many things that you could have done that would have made the card like truly great. And I get it. You got the women's world title. That's cool. Why did I not see Andrade versus Melo Game 7? Why not that? Why not give me the last monster standing?
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Why not give me that on Bad Blood? You know how hype that crowd would have been if they would have had that match on the PLE.
So they should have started it at 5 instead of 6.
No,
they should have took Damian Priest and Finn Balor off.
Yeah,
I could have saw that on Raw. Especially the way they did it. Hell, Damian Priest just beat up everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
I could have saw that on Raw.
You know, Braun Strowman tore his groin in that match, right?
Yeah, he got hurt. So why not get hurt at the PLE?
Yeah. Get a bigger payday, brother. Yeah. Venkat, what'd you give the show?
Well, there's a lot of mid-carding in the show, but you cannot deny the match of the night. It props it up so high. And then there's enough of matches that weren't bad, weren't god-awful. So I'm going to go with what you guys go with. I'm going to give it a 4 as well. But then that makes it sound like it's better than other things. But I'm just going by the strength of that CM Punk match with McIntyre. You can't ignore that. So that was a phenomenal thing they did there. So it just automatically floats it up from a mid to the next step up. So yeah, I think it's appropriate for going over on that one, 4 stars. So CM Punk is that dude, man.
Yeah. Hey, Mike is right. Hashtag Mike is right. He said it.
Mike been saying it. Hey, CM Punk is that dude. So real quick, we're gonna take like a 1 minute breather. I'll be right back. I mean, I gotta go take a piss, but I'll be right back.
All right, no problem.
They gotta feel that I can never make it rain, but fine, I make it drizzle. Digging for some change, I got some dimes and some nickels. I can never make it rain, but fine, I make it drizzle. Digging for some change, I got some dimes and some nickels. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. I'm broke as a joke and I hope I don't lose my mind. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. I'm broke as a joke and I hope I don't lose my mind. Just got paid, but I'm broke. You think that it's a joke? It's really hard to cope when you feel like there's no hope. When your funds running low and your pockets looking slim, you don't know which way to go or which way to begin. Looks can be deceiving. What gave you that impression? Live in my position before you ask me questions. Why you jumping to conclusions? Illusions is not healthy. Through all of the confusion, I can't find a soul to help me. Stand alone through the rain, stand alone throughout the drought. Look in my pocket.
All right, we are back. Had to take a quick intermission there. So the last story of the night, let's get into some good old racist talk. So I didn't watch the press conference because, like I said, we had to get the MMA show going, and then the Dolphins game ran right into that. So I didn't get to see the press conference, but naturally, when anything comes out that people deem controversial, they're going to take it and run. And there's one thing about me, I'm not going to be hypocritical. If I hold Tony Khan's foot to the fire on this, then I'm going to hold Triple H's foot to the fire on this also. So there was a reporter that asked Triple H a question. So I do have it here. Let me go ahead and play it. Uh-oh.
You're just doing audio, right?
Yeah. They ain't gonna hit me.
Okay, all right. I got you. I'm just making sure.
Here it goes.
TJ Legacy, Soapbox Run the Ropes. There's been some reports leading up to Bad Blood regarding the representation of black male wrestlers within WWE. They haven't been on a PLE in the last 3 cards. There was no black women wrestlers on the Bad Blood card. how do you gauge between making sure that there's representation and making sure that there are wrestlers that get opportunities that are deserved?
I see everybody gets the opportunity. Like if I don't see the difference in anybody, I don't see the color, I don't see the nationality, I don't see any of it. I just see talent. I don't see the difference between men and women. I see talent. We tell stories with those talent, how they can handle those stories and how they can represent those stories and how we can bring those stories forward. So, you know, I don't keep track of any of that. I do what's relevant and what is best in the best in storytelling and what's being delivered the best, and then that's what goes. No different than, you know, the men and the women who main events, whatever the biggest stories are. That's where we go.
Next question here on the left third row.
All right, so
man, Triple H needs to blow that out his ass, man. Even if it's true, it just sounds so bad.
So Triple H doesn't know how to answer questions. This is the second time they asked him a question and his answer was just so terrible. So the sound was muffled though, and that was the best recording. I got that straight off of the press conference. But so the guy asked him, this is like the third PLE in a row, you had no black. So it was very specific. He said no black male talent because
hell, I thought you were gonna say this for Man Talk Monday.
Yeah, he said no black male talent. So he has to be very specific because had he said black talent, Triple H could have got him like, no, I mean, we had Bianca, we got Jade all over the damn show, but he said black male, so we give him that. And
where's Omos?
Then who knows? He should be in AEW.
But where is he? Is he still with WWE?
Oh, he still works for them. I
have not seen him in so long.
They just paying him for nothing. I don't know why they don't send him in NXT or something. So Triple H then turns around and gives the most ridiculous. Hey, fair question. Third PLE in a row, no black male talent on the show. Fair question. But then Triple H's response is the most bonehead response. So as much as Triple H good as he's done for WWE, he's not above reproach with me. So he then turns around and says, I don't see a difference in men and women, any color. I just see talent. Wow.
Yes.
And it's so no black wrestler is up to par, is what he said.
It's so general. Like what are you doing? And of all places to say it, in Atlanta, where you just pulled out Quavo and Lil Baby and Killer Mike. Hell, if he could have dug up Martin Luther King, he would have did it. Like, what are we talking about? You gonna give a general answer? Like, come on, man, that was bullshit. Everybody knows.
Cody Raheem Rhodes doesn't count, buddy.
Cody would have answered the question better, I believe. But it's a hard question when it's the truth. It's hard to defend that. It's the truth.
Go ahead, Vancat, because I know you've been waiting on something to rail on him about.
No. I'm just saying. It's just I saw it the night it happened when he said it, and I thought it was kind of weird that he would say it like that. But it's not the first time we've seen Triple H just answer a question. He was asked about Vince McMahon, that didn't go too well. You know, he just doesn't answer the questions in a truthful manner. I know he can't believe that, but it's what he had to say in the moment. But just disappointing, man. And how do you defend it? You're being called out for what you've been doing. You know.
Now, to Triple H defense. Now, I will say this: to Triple H defense. Okay, cool. Main roster wise, you ain't really got much to work with. Like I said, Melo should have been on that show. Andrade and Melo should have been on that show.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Severn should have been in Bad Blood, but hey, that's just me. But Xavier Woods and Kofi, that ain't PLE. Right. You got Truth. Like, I don't know why Truth wasn't there. Like, that
Truth should have been there.
But to do what though? Like, would he be in a comedy segment?
Yeah, he would have been like in the suite, like everybody else was. You know what I'm saying?
Truth know how to
But I'm
wrestle.
talking about in ring, you ain't got much to work with on the main roster. So to his defense, I get it. But bro, you got to do better than what you did. You could have at least said, "Hey, look, on the NXT brand, we got a guy that's the future of this company."
There
Trick
you
Williams.
go. There you go.
But you just lost Bobby Lashley for not using him effectively.
Watch how great he gets used in AEW, and I mean that in all sarcasm.
No, I ain't talking about AEW right now. I'm just saying you should be able to do some good business with Bobby Lashley. Why didn't we get Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley? We got the one disqualification match, and then they didn't revisit it, and we didn't get that big beatdown match that we should have gotten. And that would have been great, but we never got it. For whatever reason, creative went a different path, brother.
You know what? It's almost like a mirror image. So Tony Khan, he job out the black women, and Triple H job out the black men.
Yeah. So MD, to your point, the way I would have answered that question, because I would have been like, hey, if you look on our other show, NXT, our world champion is black. Until last night, Obafemi, the longest reigning North American champion, he's black. Kalani Jordan, North American women's champion, she's black. Like,
yeah, but Trevor, I would have said that's all in the places that don't matter. You know, the big time is where it matters, and the big time is no time for black time. Ain't nobody black doing nothing.
Let me ask you, when Trick comes up to the main, Trick is the future. Let me say that up front.
I wish he was already there.
I think Obafemi is going to be so much better than Trick.
But I'm talking about as a quote unquote WWE superstar.
Yeah,
Trick is that guy. Trick is gonna put asses in seats, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
So, you know, from that aspect, you know, he had
then
stuff
why
to work
aren't we
with.
there yet? Like, what does it take? Are they waiting for a draft to happen to get him over there?
No,
what are they doing?
Trick needs work. Trick
He needs refining, bro. Trick, he rough around the edges in the ring.
Yeah, Trick is
on the mic. He got it. On the mic, he got it.
Yeah, Trick.
He rough around the edges.
Yeah, Trick doesn't have it when it comes to in-ring ability. But to the point though, Obafemi lost the North American title last night. It was in a fantastic match, man. I give Tony D'Angelo shit because I didn't like his ring gear, but man, that guy has come a long way. That was a hell of a match. And for
Trevor don't like you if you're ring gear ain't up to par.
and for him to beat Obafemi was fantastic, which means to me Obafemi is getting ready to make his debut on Raw or SmackDown. But we can't say that because I look at this twofold, and this is not me defending Triple H, but Triple H's history with a good black guy.
Oh no, don't go there.
Is good. Keith Lee was his double champion. Carmelo was his champion. Every black guy, the Velveteen Dream was the biggest star in NXT.
Yeah, he strapped the rocket on Velveteen.
Every black guy that Triple H has had, he has done some. I don't know what it is. Why now? Like when I heard this, I'm thinking of all the black guys on the roster, and I'm like, hell, I wouldn't have put none of them on the pay-per-view either. The only thing I could say is I would have put that tag match that the Street Profits the
ladder match.
Yeah, that would have put that on the pay-per-view. That would have been fantastic to get the Street Profits on there. But besides that, I'm looking around the landscape of WWE, all the good black talent in WWE on the main roster is in the women's division.
Yeah, so he had stuff to work. It was a workaround with that question. So that's why I'm saying to play devil's advocate. But the way he answered was definitely general and it was stupid. So ain't nothing I can say about it.
Yeah, he's not a good question answerer at all.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help when It doesn't help when you're saying about the suckers and your nappy heads, and that people like you don't win world titles.
What that meant? That meant people from WCW. That ain't
Yeah,
even
whatever. And your suckers. Yeah, whatever.
And think about it this way: you already got heat with a lot of these traditionalists saying, "Oh, why are they having all these hip hop people on WWE, and why are they making the title of PLEs the main songs with these rap?" That's happening on social media right now. They think WWE getting woke. Yeah, it's an argument.
Who's arguing about that?
I saw just yesterday. It was, and let me see if I can grab it. Matter of fact, I'll do it later. I'll put it in the group chat. It was some guy, and it was a whole thread talking about why is Cardi B the host, and why they making all these the official songs. They look at it traditionally as rock being what needs to be played at WWE shows, because that's traditionally, it's a dumb argument. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you got a lot of people that's saying that that's wokeism for whatever reason. Even though the most popular music in the world right now is rap, whatever.
Rap music is the most popular music in the world.
MD, all they're doing is what everybody else is doing, capitalizing on black culture. That's all they're doing. Everybody,
hell, they've been doing it since we came up with music.
My only
ain't nothing new.
My only gripe about this week in wrestling is like, why did they got Sexy Red on Raw and
then NXT? She was on that twice.
Yeah, she was on NXT. I'm like, why?
Hell, hell, in a couple of weeks, Sexy Red might be general manager. They might bump Ava out of there. Sexy Red, the new general manager of NXT.
Not a good look. Not a good look.
Hell, she owned that so damn much.
So Trevor says he was talking about WCW wrestlers. So I guess the WCW roster had a bunch of nappy-headed people on the roster of WCW, because he said nappy head. He said suckers. Come on,
you mixing two things up. So when said, okay, so he did two things. He talked about Booker T's appearance. Yeah, we're not going to get around that.
Okay.
But the on black, the You People promo was centered around WCW people. Now Triple H just bumped it up a notch and like, all right, let me throw the nappy head and sucker in, because what was Booker T's catchphrase? Sucker. So that's all it was. It wasn't like, oh, let me just jump on these niggas. That's not what it was.
No, stop it, Trevor. You better stop. What you like saying, caping? That nigga caping for Triple H, man. Come on, man.
So
you got a big H on your chest. That ain't TFP. That's a big H.
Hey, so what I will say though is, when you look at the people that's having this argument, so I don't necessarily have a problem, because when I look at it, I'm not like, oh man, here go another PLE that a black guy's not on. I'm looking at it more so like, what's the hottest story going on right now, and if it's worthy of them being on the PLE, because I'm the guy that loves the 5-match format. I don't need you getting everybody on the card. That's like a waste of time. So the problem is now, though, is the people that's having this argument.
Right.
So now you always have people now that's gonna. So okay, so let me say this in the easiest way I can. If this question was the other way around, like, hey, how come you don't have any white guys on your shows? I'm not jumping in that argument. That's not my fight. So why now that is like, all right, well, let's bring these black guys. How come there's no black guy representation on your show? And specifically, he said black men, because the women are all over the show. But it's white people that's jumping in the fight like, yeah, that's true. Yeah, when their people are the ones that's benefiting this. And I'm not turning this into a race war. I'm just saying,
well, I think
everything doesn't need to be talked about.
I don't think it's just race. I think what they're looking at it like is okay, so clearly in the 5-match card, it wasn't like every match was optimal. you guys would easily trade away a couple matches and replace it with probably some black wrestlers on there.
Street
So,
Profits.
right, exactly. So you diminish the event itself by not having certain black wrestlers on there, and the potential for a better product was not had because of, for whatever reason, whether it's racially or not, those people were not on there, and they would have made a bigger, better impact than what we were given. So it's not just the racial thing, but the racial part of it prohibits like greater moments from happening. Who knew what the hell the Street Profits could have done in their match? Because they're virtually able to do some kind of viral scenario or situation in any match they're in. So we would have just lost that right there. You know, you never know what could have happened. So it's kind of diminishing returns when you look at it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with that. The Street Profits should have been on there.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we talking about a 5-match card. Like what are you gonna do? Like I said, it should have been some swapping around going, but at the same time, you got to have content for the weekly show. So I don't even look at it that way. I get what Triple H was saying. He just should have said it way better because he has examples of black male wrestlers doing what they're supposed to do. It just wasn't on this PLE.
And MD, you're saying they have to have content for the shows, but the shows are the commercials for these events. The events is the reason. The show is just to make you be like, hey, you got to tune into this thing we got coming up next month. Like, that's the whole purpose of wrestling shows.
You can't do that for every angle, though.
I get that,
especially not now with Raw going 2 hours, and we don't know what's going to happen with SmackDown.
All the stops should be pulled to make the event the optimal best that it can be.
I agree,
and they didn't do that.
I agree.
So I don't disagree with what Venkat's saying, but what's going to happen now is on SummerSlam, Survivor Series, we getting the 8-man all black 4-on-4 Survivor Series match.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny?
You better believe.
We're gonna have a nigga gauntlet match now.
Hey, if that don't happen, I will be shocked. You're getting an all black team. I need some time to book that and see who all going to be on there.
What's that black guy from AEW?
Speaking of AEW, you guys see they released Miro. They gave him his release.
Oh, yeah. That's the best thing that could happen.
And they're tacking on all the injury time to the Lucha Brothers, so they won't be here for a while.
That's some BS, bro. that's some straight BS.
What's that black guy Trevor? That black guy on AEW? Oh my god,
Powerhouse Hobbs?
No, that almost like Junkyard Dog type guy.
Willie Mack.
Willie Mack. Yeah,
no, he gonna get a 10-day contract right in the Survivor Series. That would be awesome if they pick him up too, man.
Hey, Willie Mack could go at it, boy. Willie Mack. You talk about some nappy hair. Willie Mack got that thing going down, man. But yeah, I think Triple H again, because even when they asked him about the Vince McMahon thing, his response was just like the dumbest. And a lot of it could be in the moment because people are just asking you these questions and you're kind of trying to answer it. Whereas if you knew what the question was, then your PR team could have come by and been like, hey, let's do it this way. Or, so I hope they don't stop the press conferences because of it, though, because,
that'd be crazy.
It's like the second time somebody got him with a question, a legit question, worded very particular, though, about black men, because then you'd be like, okay, well, is the black women representation okay, or is it not good enough? Now I see on AEW, they're starting to let my girl, what's her name, Queen Amanetta, start to win some matches now. So wow. I guess it goes in cycles, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to the all black 4-on-4 Survivor Series match. Now, hey, forget your Bloodline Civil War match. That's the match I'm looking forward to. Just book an all black Civil War match. But I mean,
the crab in the barrel Survivor Series style traditional matchup.
Hey, so you mentioned
the Soul Survivor.
You mentioned that Raw's going back to 2 hours. I can't believe that my battery's going dead. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but Raw needs that third hour. There's I cannot believe I'm gonna say this, but watching that show, it just felt so rushed. Like it needed, they were like the Jey Uso and Xavier Woods, speak of black guys, match. It just seemed rushed, like it never was able to get off the ground. It just
hell, it was on commercial for 3/4 of the match.
Yeah, I hate that, man. I wonder how this deal with Netflix is going to be. I'm very curious to see. Does Netflix have a commercial thing? I don't know.
I don't know. Are they going to go back to 3 on Netflix? I don't know.
No, they are. Yeah, they're absolutely. And SmackDown's going to 3 hours.
That's a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, so now you're gonna get.
But you saw what happened with a 2-hour Raw show.
Yeah, a 2-hour Raw is hard because you end up with a match like you had on Raw where you just cram 10 women in there with no storyline, and you're like, hey, go. Meanwhile, you have you have Jey Uso defending his title. You had a hell of a match between Sheamus and the
Donnybrook match was fire.
That Donnybrook match was so fun.
Yeah.
And then you had Gunther and Sami Zayn, which was a fantastic match. But then you had to try to do all your filler and get all your advertisements in and do all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So they really do need that third hour. I can't believe I'm saying it because I hated the 3-hour Raws. But to me, Raw has been such an enjoyable show lately that I don't even notice the third hour. I mean, it'll be better for me because now I can go back to doing 5 counts, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But they're
I'm gonna give them
back to 3.
I'm gonna give them a pass because again, they taped 2 shows that night. Well, not tape, they had one live and they taped the other Raw because they about to go to Europe. So I give them a pass. Maybe that had something to do with it. We'll see next week.
So that's why they're doing it. I was wondering why are they doing a tape show?
Yeah, because they going on European tour.
Well, if it wasn't for WCW, you wouldn't have live shows on the regular.
This man in his day, boy, he'll never let the legacy of WCW die.
Never.
It shouldn't. Listen, I have a show playing like the top 5 blunders in wrestling history, and that is number 1. The death of WCW. It is number 1 because I think that's the worst thing that could happen to wrestling when you think about it.
I know we're talking about McMahon documentary on the next show.
Yeah.
If only Hulk Hogan would have ratted out McMahon when he was supposed to in that damn trial, maybe WCW would still be alive right now.
Yeah, so next week we do have part 1 and 2 of the Vince McMahon documentary. We're gonna break it up into 3 shows because if not, the shit will be going on forever. But we got part 1 and 2, so episode 1 and 2. So make sure y'all catch up on it, and then we're gonna run through it. And then the following week, and then the following week. So, and that will be next Wednesday. I had to make sure and change that back. So, hey, fellas, that's all I got. Let me see what was it saying. It will be seen, but I hear they're definitely going back to 3. They're definitely going back to 3. So, Sexy Red has booked the Booty Hole Brown match for the NXT women's title. And listen, and NXT's women. I mean, Stephanie Vaquer debuted last night. Now they got this other girl coming in. So that women's division is just crazy, insane. And now you got hey, talk about your black wrestlers. You got Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson gonna be wrestling Melanin Magic on SmackDown for the women's title. So there you go. I guess that don't count though because it's black women. So I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
Want the gold, sucker? Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. We want the gold,
sucker. Oh man, hey man, everybody, man, peace for coming through. Shout out to my partner Trevor, man, coming through, man. I've been trying to get you to come over here for the longest, man. Glad you you finally came on. He actually sent me a message and asked were we going live during Bad Blood, but then I told him about the concert. So
hey, wait a minute, is this Trevor person a real person, or you just have another minion out there?
Oh no, I don't make fake accounts. No.
Oh, come on, Trevor.
No, this is a real.
Yeah, that's very convenient.
Yeah, it's very convenient that
Very
another person would have my name, but no. Hey, Trevor, you know I didn't get to pester you, man. But what's up with the Jets firing Robert Saleh, or Aaron Rodgers fired Saleh, not the Jets, because I don't know why they would fire him. That would be really stupid.
Well, I got a conspiracy toward that. It was definitely Aaron Rodgers. He was the majority of it. But you know, a lot of those anti-Semitic groups was going after him for that damn Lebanon flag that he had, which is stupid.
Oh, they did talk about that. Peace to you, twin. I appreciate that. Yeah, we appreciate that. Hurricane. What's his hurricane name? Milton. It's a crazy name. Hurricane Milton is gonna make landfall in a couple of hours here, so we appreciate that. But yeah, I did see a picture of the Lebanon flag. So is that, you think that's why they did it?
What? Yeah. So it was a anti-Semitic group came out that said that he was that he was sympathetic toward Hezbollah. The dude is Lebanese. You dumbass. if you, I don't know if you noticed, Trevor. You know, on the back of like everybody helmet, they got like the country where they like, or where they parents from or whatever,
or some
they
type
got
of
the,
saying or something.
Yeah, like the dude is Lebanese. He the first Lebanese. I think he the first Muslim American coach in the NFL ever. So you just want him to say the hell with his ancestry, just because something going on with Israel, like it that had something to do with it. It wasn't the totality. It was definitely Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers is more your problem than Saleh.
Exactly.
That's just me.
Because Saleh is a defensive coach, and their defense is still hitting. Their offense can't get it together.
And Aaron Rodgers handpicked the OC. He handpicked him.
Well, these Lebanese people don't have the appreciation for the black experience, so they can't call themselves black.
You know what's funny?
You got to go through the struggle to be able to identify with my plight.
So this guy literally just had a flag of his country on his arm, and they were able to raise enough of a stink to possibly get the man fired. Meanwhile, people that look like us could be called every name in the book, and it's just toughen up. Nothing to see here.
All over Twitter.
Yeah, it's this is weird, bro. Like this whole cancel culture is so selective as to who they're going to cancel. And now see Trevor saying Saleh never did shit. Hey, Trevor is a Jet fan, so I guess you're okay with him getting fired. He crazy, man.
Yeah, but he's smoking that stuff with Aaron Rodgers. Sound like.
Yeah, this cancel culture crap is ridiculous, man. Hey, people talking about having him come to Miami and help on the defensive side, but Miami's defense isn't the problem; it's the offense. But hey, we'll talk about that offense.
He'll get a defense coordinator job. That bro, his defense is great.
Yeah,
he'll get a DC job somewhere, and it'll go and lead back to another head coaching job. He shouldn't have got fired, man. It didn't make any sense.
It's 5 games in the season.
Crazy. It's
5
crazy.
games in the season, and they fired him. I think I didn't see it, but somebody
worse than the NBA.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you got 17 game season, so they're not gonna wait too long. But I saw something like one of them were going in for a hug, him and Aaron, and one of them must have pushed the other one or something.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. They saying Aaron Rodgers don't like him for whatever reason. I don't know why.
But Aaron Rodgers said on Pat McAfee show that he don't have any problem with him.
Yeah, but it's Aaron Rodgers though, bro. You know he be on the ayahuasca, man. He don't half the time he don't know what's going on. Aaron Rodgers is crazy.
Did you see the
clip? Because he's great.
Yeah. Did you see the clip going around of Deshaun Watson where they're saying he quit on the team?
Man, you know, I'm gonna wait till Dolphins count, bro.
That is.
I know Deshaun Watson can play. I know it. I've seen it.
He's done. No, MD, he's done. But that is something being taken completely out of context. They're making it seem like that guy quit on the team. There were too many men on the field, and they couldn't take another timeout. That's why he walked off. But the way they framed it is like he quit on the team. He didn't want to go for it 4th and 1. Now I think he's done. As a player, he's washed. It don't take that long to get it back. When you were as great as he was, it shouldn't take you 2 years to get it back. It shouldn't.
I disagree.
Was this person injured?
No, This was the guy.
Yeah, he was injured last year.
Okay, so you can't say 2 years.
No,
that's not enough time.
This is the guy that was getting all the sexual harassment with the masseuse.
Oh, well, he's trash. Yeah,
and stuff like that.
He's trash. Just hold on, wait a minute, Becky. Hold on.
No, it's over. It's over.
You just had sympathy for the man. Now that you heard that, now he's just trash. That's crazy. DK, no redemption story at all.
I enjoy destroying lives. It turns me on.
Oh man!
All right, fellas. Well, this was a good one, man. So, what we got coming up on Tape's Politics?
So, I haven't finished the titling of it, but we're going to focus on Donald Trump's lies, Donald Trump's strategy of always denying that he's lost anything in life. So, we're going to take a look at certain situations, and because we did not do a TFP this past yesterday, we're going to have 2 birds and 1 stone. So we're going to do a double duck. We're double ducking.
Wow.
So we got 2 lame ducks on the next episode of TFP.
Oh man, yeah, you'll tune into that next Tuesday. Man Talk Monday will be back Monday. Hopefully, Mike and Kev don't suffer too much damage during the hurricane. So we'll have to play that by ear and see how that goes. I was supposed to have an interview tomorrow, but I'm not doing it because the person I was interviewing lives in Florida also. And they're probably going to deal with something. And after long consideration, I have finally put it into works, the show that I've always wanted to do, but didn't know how to do it. Now I got it figured out. Very, very soon, probably before this month is over. Tomorrow will be a good time for me to work on it. I am going to start doing my movie reviews. The only difference with my movie reviews is it's strictly going to be white movies. It's called Straight Talk Reviews, the whitest movies ever. And the first movie,
Cracker Theater.
I already watched it.
Cracker Theater.
Hey, you got to find your niche. I already watched it. I got to watch it again so I can take my notes. The first movie that I'm going to review is a 1984 classic, The Toxic Avenger. My God.
Well, I wouldn't put that in white people. That's a weird movie, though. It's a B movie.
My God, is that movie could never be made now.
Oh, no.
God, that movie, if they tried to make that movie now, bro, they wouldn't get a rating at all. Like they would. Oh my goodness. When I was watching, I'm just sitting there like, how the hell did my parents let me watch this? That's just crazy. But yeah, I've been wanting to do the movie reviews for a while, and now I got an idea of how I want to do it. So That is the first one that I'm
Oh,
gonna
you can
do.
play clips. I see people play clips.
Yeah, but I needed to know what I could get away with.
Yeah.
Because when you mess with New Line Cinema movies, they get
Well,
you.
the Toxic Avenger is not New Line Cinema.
Yeah. Toxic
That's
Avenger.
Traumaville. They the
That's
bottom of the
Traumaville.
bottom.
Yeah. That hey, and you see some of the titles of the movies that they make. Oh my goodness, I need to watch their whole catalog.
Yeah, they got hillbilly zombies. They got all kinds of crap. Rabbit grandmas. Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff.
But that straight talk movie review will be coming through. But again, because I always say people always culture vulture off of us and review our stuff. So now I'm gonna reverse it. I'm gonna start reviewing their stuff, the whitest movies ever, and I'm gonna try to find the whitest movies. Also, me and my wife are gonna do a movie review where we go back and watch movies that we loved, but then have my daughter watch it so she could give us her review on it from her eyes. So got a bunch of stuff coming down the pike because, like I said, I want to get away from me personally doing all the live stuff. I want to do more behind the scenes stuff just because I like to be more creative that way. But you know, that's where we're going. Stuff to look forward to. So, fellas, it was real, man. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, hats off to you. That was great. That was theaters. Speaking of movie reviews, that was absolute theater. So, any final words, fellas, before we go?
It just doesn't work for me, brother.
Man, hey, yeah, y'all Floridians, man, y'all stay safe tonight, man.
Yeah, Venkat, what's you guys looking like up there?
It's calm. It's calm right now. I'm like surprised, but yeah, it's nothing major going on right now. But I anticipate, over the night, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I think that's when it's gonna show up.
Hey, I'm still not going to work. They already gave us a day off, so to hell with that. Ain't gonna be calling me in the middle of the night talking about, it's not gonna be as bad as we thought. So you can go ahead and do it too. And be like, nah, bro, we already turned. I said we done powered down the whole plant. Nope. See you Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a guy that I dispatch, man. He in St. Augustine right now. They put him up in a hotel.
Oh, they about to get. Oof, they about to get.
I'm like, hey, man, I hope it's still. I hope it's still there when you wake up, bro.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I'm like, why? But he stayed, so it is what it is.
The way they talking, this sounds like it's gonna be worse than Hurricane Andrew from like what 92.
They're saying the worst. They're saying the worst. The worst movie. Talking about the worst movie because I see what Trevor said. Talking about my Porky's Revenge, but the worst hurricane in
storm
the
surge.
Years.
Yeah, as far as storm surge.
The mayor.
Storm surge, yeah.
Who is it? The mayor in Tampa told them. He said, "Evacuate or die."
Yeah.
Like that was his. I mean, you can't say that, but that was his. That's
what he said. He said your house gonna be your coffin.
Yeah,
I think it's a she.
And they were talking about if you decide to stay, tape your ID to you so we could identify your body. Like they were being very morbid about this.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they were being very morbid about this. So man, strength to those people up there, man, and everybody. Like I know by me, man. Hopefully we don't deal with any flooding, man. Can't deal with any more flooding. So fellas, man, it was great, man.
Trevor, you gotta when you do your whitest movies, you gotta if you're gonna looking for bad white movies, you gotta do The Room. The Room is iconic and classic.
The Room.
The Room. And there's other movies called The Room, but everybody that should know about movies know what The Room I'm talking about. It's crazy, man.
I had to see the trailer. It's probably something. Is it old?
Yeah, well, from the early 2000, I think 2005 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm looking for old stuff.
This is old. It's like 20 years.
I like 80s stuff, man. I gotta look for 80s.
I'm telling you, you gotta see The Room, man. It's ridiculously wild.
Yeah, send me the trailer. Send me the trailer to it so I know what it is.
MD fall off. My God.
Yeah, MD. Like, all right, now you tried to wrap up 3 times now. That's Venkat. He won't ever let me go, y'all.
Oh Lordy. All right, peace. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there he came back.
There you go. There you go. Minor technicality, folks.
Yeah. You had any last words, MD? Oh, it fell off again.
No,
right,
my
man.
goodness.
Yeah. So he's playing cat and mouse with us now. So for MD, for Venkat, I am the man with the greatest beard on YouTube, Mr. Straight Talk. You have been watching Wrestling with Reality, the best wrestling show on YouTube, man. Y'all make sure and share this out. Let everybody know where it is. Until next time, we'll see you on the other side. Stay safe, Florida. Peace.
And the bitch slapped.
Now the whole world can acknowledge me.
You'll get the shit. You'll be knee deep in the shit.
Brother, I'm gonna take you home.
What?
You're gonna be mine. You're about to be mine.